Started with a dream, just a mic and a screen, talking about the boys and what the star really means. A couple hundred views, now we're thousands deep. Y'all showed up, dropped comments, kept me on my feet. Every like, every share, man, it lights up my day. From the diehard fans to the ones who just press play. You building this with me, not just watching me speak. Together we're stronger, week after week. Thank you for subscribing, for riding on this ride with me. Through the wins and the losses, the highs and the misery. Your comments, your likes got me fueled, keeping strong. This Cowboy family's where I belonged all along. Ooh, thank you for subscribing, you're the reason for the side. From the draft nights hype to game day rants, breaking down the tape, giving fans a chance to speak their mind. Yeah, we build this crew. It ain't just my voice, it's all of you too. Notifications ringing every time we go live. It's more than just football, it's the way we survive. We bleed silver and blue through the struggle and fight. You hit that subscribe, now we're flying so thank you for subscribing, for riding on this ride with me. Through the wins and the losses, the highs and the misery. Your comments, your likes, got me fueled, keeping strong. This Cowboy cell is where I belong all along. Oh, thank you for subscribing, you're the reason for this song. From a few hundred strong to thousands wide. Still the same passion, just a bigger pride. Appreciate y'all tuning in each day. This journey ain't done, we're still on our way. Thank you for subscribing, so riding on this ride with me. Through the wins and the losses, the highs and the misery. Your comments, your likes, got me fueled, keep it strong. This Cowboy family's where I belong all along. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. That's a little bit of a song by Ron Oliver of Music Meets Sports. Yes, Ron, I hope I didn't screw that up. Ron Oliver, a song by Ron Oliver of Music Meets Sports. If you want to get anything done, sports related, music related, Ron is the guy. What is going on, everybody? Good afternoon. I'm going to get right into a video clip, and then we will, right now we got nobody in on a Zoom call, but I will start out with a video clip, and then we'll go from there.
Where have you seen the drop-off, and where do you expect this younger group to take the step up?
Specifically offensive line? Well, I think it starts, with the young players, rookies from last year. I think Cooper Beebe obviously was a guy that, went in and played very well last year for a young center. We expect really great things from Tyler Guyton. Again, I always go back to Jalen Tolbert. What Jalen Tolbert did year one, it wasn't, a great year for him. He was the first guy back in the building. Tyler Guyton's been the same thing. You know what you're going to get from Tyler Smith. You know what you're going to get from Terrence. Both those guys are incredible. And then obviously the competition, bringing in Tyler Booker, Rob Jones. I think guy to watch out for is Nate Thomas. He's doing great. I mean, I could name 1,000 other guys, but Nate's a guy that we didn't get a chance to see a lot of football from last year. He's been great. But I think the identity that they bring, they're going to be what makes us go on offense. The offensive line, they've always set the mentality, they've always set the mindset, and I think we've got the right type of guys that have the right type of makeup, the right type of competitiveness to allow us to play a very, very physical brand of football that we feel like will help us win a lot of games.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Leadership was a buzzword yesterday. Obviously, you guys lost Marcus Lawrence, some other veterans on the defensive side. When you have a guy like Micah Parsons who's kind of embraced this leadership and obviously showed up and is going to participate, what can that do for a locker room when you have a transfer of leadership?
Well, there's definitely a transfer of leadership. I think you can't look at, Jay Lou was a great leader. D-Law, you mentioned Zach, right? But that's what's exciting, and that's football. That's football in today's era. So, Kenneth Murray, K9. Here's a guy that, again, has incredible experience, plays the game the right way, hair on fire. I mentioned Jack Sanborn yesterday. I mean, these guys will take CeeDee Lamb. I mean, CeeDee's been great with George coming in. I mean, CeeDee's gone out of his way.
Hey,
He's
Elena.
more vocal. So sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's like, okay, those guys move on for different reasons. Who's going to step up? Somebody's going to step up. And again, I think, I see it when I have to say less things or the coaches have to say less things. You've got guys that are kind of figuring it out and finding their voice.
Here we go. There we go. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Practice is actually going on now. It's probably not going to be much of a practice. The first couple of days are kind of low key. But let's get to the chat, and then we'll hang around and we'll see what's going on. Sorry, I'm eating some nuts. I'm trying to eat healthy, so pause. I'm eating nuts. Chris May's in the house. CZ, what's going on, CZ? We got Arturo Gomez. What's up, brother? Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Again, I'm shocked that it happened this fast after his concert. You knew he wasn't doing well for him to do that concert. He's still under the... I still think he sounded pretty darn good under the circumstances. But rest in peace, Ozzy. He's at peace. He's no longer in pain. Remember, Ozzy Osbourne, he got Parkinson's from that hard fall back. I'm not sure when. If anybody knows what year, but yeah, it's...
About 4 years ago.
Is that what it was? I thought it was like older and longer than that. But regardless,
It might be, but the Parkinson's thing started getting worse then because she ended up leaving the show. Of course, there was something else. His wife, anyway.
Yeah.
But there was something else with that. But she wanted to take care of him.
Yeah, Ozzy. It's funny because Ozzy. Everybody thought he was a devil worshiper, and like practiced satanic. Actually, he went to church before every concert. He was actually not, but that was all a shtick.
That's what the media perceives. When you have that type of music and people want to associate it with certain things, and you go with that and run it.
Yeah, definitely.
Gives you something to use. But I love
rest
Ozzy.
in peace, Ozzy. Ozzy was, Mama, I'm coming home. Well, he's home now. So again,
Well, he and Ronnie are rocking it up there, man.
that's 2 days right now. We've lost 2 people in 2 days. Malcolm Jamal Warner yesterday, a tragic loss. He was my age, or maybe a year older than me, year and a half older than me, out with his family in Costa Rica and dies drowning in some rough currents. Again, life's short. That's why you're not going to get me, okay? I'm not going to sit there and yell Super Bowl, but you're not going to get me to not be excited about my team, and I'm not going to let anybody run over me. I'm not going to disrespect another team. We're going to have our fun. And if we put boot the ass to a team, we'll get it out of our system. If we take boot the ass, Chris, then I'm going to have I usually last about 24 hours. I always say it like I'm allowed to enjoy a win for 24 hours, and it's on to the next, win or lose. That's just how it is. Arturo Gomez is in the house. What's up, Arturo? Let me get to the rest of the comments, then we'll get to Chris. Clemente, what's up, brother? Joe Tranchina, he is... I know he loves these early streams, Joe, because you are from Ireland. Italy. Sorry, Joe. Italy. Sorry, brother. So I'm sure you appreciate it. Rolo, what's up? That dude Rolo's in the house. Jimbo, my neighbor. Rest in peace. Ozzy, love you always. Bobby, definitely. Again, he was a sweetheart. Elena Walker, how are you, Elena? Hope all is well with you. Mouse is in the house. Mike Aldana, where you been, brother? I know you were here the other day, but I miss having Mike Aldana. I have fallen from grace, and my ashes are scattered, no longer of passion and flesh. Back on earth by Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, Mike, again, it's a tough one. We knew it was coming, but he's like, you're never really prepared for that, And it was funny, Chris, I was never an Ozzy fan early on, meaning he was, he's probably a little bit before our time, and we, when he first started, but I've grown to appreciate him over the years, and obviously. Woke Youssef, what's going on, Woke? Game Time Brian, good afternoon. What's going on, Woke? How are you? Me too. I'm 63 years old, so I won a Super Bowl this year. Joe, I hear you, brother, and I'm not going to guarantee it, but you're not going to tell me not to enjoy it, right? You know what I mean? Bobby Murphy, cheers, brother. Joe, Vinny Hagan, how you doing? Vinny's working at the candy shop. Vinny is working at the candy shop. But anyway, we got a Chris May and Randy. What's up, brother? No golf, or did you get out there early?
No, today was no golf. Tomorrow I got golf planned.
Well, I will say this. Anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say I can't play right now with my knees like they are. I can't play 2 days in a row. I have to spread it out a little bit.
I was going to say, you should look for golf when you go to Vegas. There's a golf course. I don't know how much it is, but it's kind of right in the middle there, and there's one hole where you're teeing off, and the sphere is looking at you, and they always have like they'll have a face. Like, I'll send you the video. Like, a face will be looking at you. It's kind of neat, but
Okay.
yeah.
I have played golf there before in Vegas, but I don't know
Okay.
if that was. I don't think that was the place that I played.
No. This is a new, yeah, but I don't know. But yeah, so we'll see. So what's going on,
Hey,
Randy?
Vinny,
Anything?
Jimbo. No, heck, not. No, I've got my Medicare guy coming over today to give me insurance. So, other than that, there really ain't nothing going on. I'm just waiting for football.
Yeah, now just tell everybody how much how much that is running you. Now that you're retired.
Luckily, I'm a veteran, so I get it a lot cheaper than other people. So it's about $200 a month,
That's
which
not
is not
bad at
bad
all.
for a veteran.
Because I was told
No, that's including my medicine. That's
That's
including my
awesome.
Not
medicine.
bad.
Prime
It's not
Time.
bad.
What's up, brother? There's my brother. I miss Prime Time Phil.
Hey, Brian.
Prime Time Phil is making big things work at work, man. He's going up. I'm going the other way. I'm back on the street, delivering mail. It is what it is, man. I'm better off for it. But that being said, a Chris May. I don't know if you saw any bit of the Brian Schottenheimer press conference. Did you see
I did.
anything? What were your thoughts? Anything?
Well,
I mean, I'm talking about like the one from today.
oh, the one from today.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like what he has to
Yeah.
say. I agree with him 100%. It starts with the offensive line, and
That's why I went to you. 'Cause
those
I
three
know,
guys up there, man. Oh man.
You know,
If it is what it is on paper, I'm excited for that because I hope that allows us to be physical and run the ball, up in the middle more. But anyway, I'm ecstatic for it, especially for having Zach Sanborn and those guys coming.
yeah.
I mean, just what we got there for linebackers, I think are very, very important, and I like what I'm seeing with that, and
Yeah.
it looks like he's getting stuff in order. So
Well, and I see Bobby Murphy, Eagles coming for another one. Listen, it's tough to repeat. I don't know if you saw my morning video, Bobby. I said if the Eagles win again this year in this landscape, in this day and age, boy, that would be impressive. I mean, it's always impressive to win a Super Bowl, but to do it back to back in the salary capped era with this type of schedule, I mean, the odds are stacked against you, Jimbo. And that's different from, well, they're the odds-on favorite for Vegas. Well, that's totally different. The odds are just harder for you. If you did it this year, then that would be very impressive. Now, my next thing is, Randy, did you hear Brian Schottenheimer say that Mozzie Smith has lost even more weight? He's trimmed
And
down.
that's not good.
Well, that's what
Yeah,
they
that's
want.
not good.
That's what they want. So,
I don't understand it, but
well, I think they're trying to get him off the ball. Eberflus doesn't necessarily like real big boys. He likes athletic, versatile, position flex guys. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to smash him. We've done enough bashing of Mozzie. Let's see. Right? This is his last. This is his final stand. What's up, Mark Hutchton? How are you, brother? This is his last stand. As far as I'm concerned with the Cowboys, if he doesn't have a good year under Eberflus, then it's just not in the cards.
could be a cut
I
candidate or
agree.
a trade candidate. You never know.
I don't know what you get for him, but I guess you'll.
Well, yeah, I'm
go-
just saying if you don't show up this year, it's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be.
Well, I think he'd be a
I know-
cut kind of.
I know we talk about King Basote. I mean, we talk about Jay Atoya, but I hear Basote
Didn't I
is
say
really
that?
turning heads.
Wow, he's one of these guys, maybe like a Jalix Hunt type, a guy who athletic freak, right? Where you're not necessarily counting on, but he's lurking, and Jay Alex Hunt with the Eagles. He's a raw player who you're going to see more this year out of, and I'm sure the Eagles fans are excited. In the same vein that we're excited about this kid because he's just an athletic freak, and
Light on his feet.
yeah, and I'm not going to say what he will or won't do. I'm just saying we're excited to see it. And Lake West Chase, what's up, brother? Best name out there. What's up, Lake? How are you? Maxie needs to become Mozzie, the Prince of Darkness. YouTube, Jay Capelot. Joe Tranchina, we got a better shot at winning back-to-back than the Cowboys making the championship game. That's probably true. I don't think that's... If I was betting, I would go with that. You are right, YouTube, Jay Capelot, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Dancing Bear, right, Vinny Hagan? Yeah, it'll be interesting to see him play. But we got some news. I'm trying to find out some information. Dallas signed defensive end. Was that James Houston?
Yes. Yep.
Did he do anything last year? I know at some point, he was great, but,
I haven't heard much on him, to be honest with you. I don't know.
Yeah, James.
I don't know. I want to know what all
I didn't even know the guy that they cut.
Who did they cut?
Some guy I never heard of, to be honest with you.
Villain. Yeah, Villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cowboys signed pass rusher James Houston. Let me share this. Cowboys signed pass rusher James Houston as a training camp begins. Micah Parsons' contract situation lingers. Now, this is obviously the different Houston that I was thinking of. Okay, this is...
You're thinking of the Houston from Kansas City,
he's
right?
old. This is a younger Houston.
He's gone. Yeah, this is a young guy.
Houston.
Justin Houston. Bang.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Justin
talking
Houston,
about.
yes.
Okay, Houston spent 2024 with Detroit and Cleveland, played 8 games for the Lions, recording 8 combined tackles, 2 QB hits, and 1 sack. Injuries are unfortunately a common occurrence with Houston's young NFL career. Good, we got another often injured player. Great. So I don't know. It's probably like a camp body, but how many defensive ends do you need? Jesus.
No.
I agree with you. I totally agree.
Lord,
You
have
would think
mercy.
that you would sign a couple of tackles to see if that works
And they
out.
might.
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I was thinking.
I mean, why another linebacker / DN?
Yeah, I
got
don't understand
50
that,
of them,
but
and
who
and there
knows?
it is.
What I will say is Schottenheimer brought up my guy that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, Nate Thomas, as a guy who's off the radar, who is a huge mammoth of a guy who plays tackle. So we do have options that people aren't really readily, but all eyes are on Tyler Guyton. So as it gets started, it's going to be interesting to see. Because with the DallasCowboys.com people, all the local media there, they're going to be locked in on Guyton, and they're going to be matching up.
Agree.
They're going to be matching up. Micah, you can say what you want about Micah. He's a tough one-on-one to pass, but not many guys can block him one-on-one. So that's kind of, especially when you're talking. Training camp, and you're not really focusing on stopping the run from the edge position. It's all about beating your guy and getting off the ball. It'll be interesting. But did you guys see where Schottenheimer said every drill is a competition? There's going to be a winner.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Again, this is what I'm saying, and people are like, you're jumping the gun. Well, of course, we're speculating at this point. That's what we were talking about yesterday.
Who isn't at this point, right?
Right, exactly.
It's a new season. every team, every player. It's
everybody loves everybody.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, speaking of that, did you hear what they offered Trey Hendrickson? They offered him a 1-year deal. Could you imagine? That's what's that? DeMarcus Lawrence from a few years ago. Remember Catboy? Oh, you offered him a 1-year deal. What are you doing?
He had 16 sacks last year. 16 sacks. That's a lot of sacks.
And he's good at stopping the run.
He is.
Yes.
He's good.
I just don't understand.
I think
Cincinnati's cheap.
Yeah. Well,
That's one owner that's just as questionable as Jerry.
Mike Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eagles
So
signed
cheap.
defensive end Agbania Okoronkwo, defensive tackle, defensive end. Oh,
From
defensive
Cleveland. Yeah.
end, and then defensive tackle Jacob Sykes. So they're
Right.
bringing in guys too. I think it's
Mhm.
more defense, just like camp. Eagles have added some defensive depth as they open training camp. Philadelphia announced on Tuesday that the club has signed edge rusher Agbo Okoronkwo and defensive end Jacob Sykes. Okoronkwo is 30, was released by the Browns in late June, and spent the last 2 seasons with Cleveland, recording 4.5 sacks in 2023 and 3 last year. The Rams' 5th-round pick in 2018. Okoronkwo has registered 17 sacks, 31 tackles for loss, 38 QB hits with Los Angeles, Houston, and Cleveland. So obviously you're seeing it around the league, at least in our division. They're adding depth. I guess that's not a bad thing.
It's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah. I mean, and Shotty did make a comment about about like the young defensive ends and Mozzie, and he said Mozzie's going to learn. Dallas has brought in, again, I'll have to do more research on Eberflus, Randy, because it seems like they don't want that 350. I mean, they did draft on. They do have a couple guys that are in the 340s, and obviously the rookie. So it's not like they don't have that body type, but it's like they don't really need that body type. So I don't know. That's the one area that and at the gate, the cornerbacks, like the young corners, are going to get a lot of work. But
maybe they're trying to get in a good mix.
Yeah, and like I said, I think they're going to give them every opportunity to progress. If not, they'll probably be doing what they did last year, looking for some veteran help. But yeah, they did go out and bring in guys. Samuel Wilkinson, what's going on, brother? Y'all see Mike is out there in pads. I haven't yet. I mean, I guess I should put it on, but I'm not going to show it because Mark said be careful showing it because they will give you
Well, the first couple of
multiple
days ain't going to be much, Brian. The first couple of days, they're going to be trying to get into football drills and shape and things like that. So I think you're going to really see things happen until Friday, somewhere in that time
Yeah,
frame.
don't they have like a conditioning,
They
like
have
a strength and conditioning and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Physical
that's
conditioning.
exactly right.
Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm just happy football's back. We got something to talk about.
I am too.
Me too.
We just got to avoid the injury bug. I hope everybody does. That's our thing.
Yeah.
But let's face it, they don't practice that hard anymore. Even though he's
No.
talking all the right stuff. Brian Schottenheimer's talking all the right shit. He's saying everything you could possibly do. Everything's going to be physical. If you're an Eagles fan and you're listening, you would appreciate that they're focusing on the lines more this year as far as physical, offensive, defensive line. I mean, it seems like the last few years, guys, it's been let's just try and stay healthy. Let's get our work in, but let's not get hurt in doing so. You might see guys getting banged up. Hopefully nothing serious, but that's not a bad thing. You might see guys get banged up because it looks like they're going to be real physical. So, I don't know. I think that's good, right? I mean,
Yeah, I think at this point in time, you don't want to see guys fall to the ground without being contacted. That's what you want to stay away from. Them serious injuries that are going to keep you out for the whole year. Sam Williams, that happened to Sam Williams last year.
yeah.
So that's the injuries they want to stay away from.
Sorry, I'm looking stuff up. Rob A. Banner Night, you're going to be a sad face guy. I wouldn't be flexing, man. We got to go in the belly of
I
the
ain't
beast.
saying nothing like that.
I don't know.
I believe in. I'm superstitious, so I don't say shit.
I'm just going to sit back. Listen, we're a big underdog. It's going to be tough.
I'm a realist right now.
I
they
don't
are
know what to
the
expect from
champions,
Dallas.
so-
I think Dallas can be really good, or they could be a work in progress. So we'll see. Again,
Yes, I agree.
I'm excited though. First game though is coming up quick. What's today?
Yeah, it is.
in 9 days, we got an actual game. Momo would hate it, but we got the Hall of Fame
Oh, the
game.
Hall of Fame game.
Hey, listen, it's football. I don't
Hey,
care.
I don't
Football.
care.
I'll
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
we'll
all
play
about
in
it.
the first quarter.
I may even live stream
the
it.
fir-
No, I'm joking. I might.
Why
Why
not?
not?
It's Detroit versus the Chargers. We can
Hey
sit
man,
back and
I want to see that. I want to see how that Ronde Gags in a second looks if they get him in there. That tight
Oh
end.
yeah, well they should.
Yeah,
That's the guy I was
Yeah.
interested in this draft.
Me
But,
Dustin
too.
Roberts,
Me
what's up,
too.
brother? How are you, Dustin? Vinny Hagan, we could use some good things to happen. Of course. Arturo Gomez. I don't see Law Nation live right now. Can't find it.
he's not.
Yeah. You too, Jay Capella. Your QB has 10 years to settle in. There you go. There's the negative. There you go, brother. There you go. I could expect negativity.
Yep, he's had 10 years to settle in. Maybe this year he'll unsettle
Yeah, I don't
in
know. I could care
and
less.
then let
They
it
asked-
loose.
I
Hey,
can't
game
vote.
time. Do you think you guys will make a move for Fant?
Probably not. Come on, it's Dallas. I would think the Eagles too. That would be a great depth. You know, you
I
got.
agree. I
You
agree.
know, I'm just looking on the surface. Speaking of Dallas tight ends, now I do believe you have his brother, Princeton Fant. I don't know. If
Yeah.
it-
Mm.
I don't know if that's his
it's
brother. But yeah, how many Fants can there be? I
Right.
mean, you know, I guess there could be. There was an offensive lineman by Seattle that was a Fant too. But I don't know. But I saw where John Stevens Jr. or whatever Stevens, right? Stevens, yeah.
Yes.
He's
You're right.
He's back. Yeah, I don't know why it sounded wrong when I said it. Yeah, John Stevens. Yeah. So
Yeah, they're actually cousins.
yeah, so
Princeton and
okay. So that'd be kind of neat to have them both, but you know, John Stevens, him and Sam Williams have been the hardest working, never missed a day all off season in the team strength and conditioning program, the off season. So that's a good thing. A guy coming off back-to-back ACLs, he's really giving himself a chance. I root for a guy like John Stevens, like a DeMarvion Overshone. Samuel Williams, Dak Prescott jersey number 4 from NCAA College, Mississippi State Bulldogs. Dak Prescott jersey 15, 2010. Awesome, Sam. I mean, I'm not a big jersey guy. I mean, I have a bunch of jerseys, but I don't wear a lot of jerseys. You know, I wore one. I wore the one to the Eagles game. I just got this Dorsett. So, but yeah, I don't usually wear too many jerseys. Eagles just signed Edge from the Browns. Yes, swoop. We just talked about it. I think teams are bringing in. Depth. You know, for competition. I don't know. Rob, is Nolan Smith going to start out? Like, what's he starting out on? Is it PUP, or do we know yet? Or
I didn't see him on the PUP when I checked earlier today.
Yeah, let me
So
look
I
it
don't know if they think that he'll be back before the start of the season, or I don't know if they want to commit him to PUP and go 4 games out when I think he's only possibly could miss 1 or 2 games. So
well,
I don't
PUP,
think he's on.
you're allowed to start out now on PUP and come off at any time.
Well,
right.
if you're on the pup list, you have to sit. It's 4 games.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, because Trayvon Diggs is on pup, and they didn't say anything about that. I thought, yeah, he's supposed to be ready for week 1. So I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Let me look it up here.
So they're counting the preseason games.
No. Let's see here. The NFL, the physically unable to perform list is a roster designation for players who are injured and unable to participate in practice or games. There are 2 types of pup lists, active pup and reserve pup. Players on the active pup list count against the 90-man roster and can be activated at any time during training camp. So, yeah, we have 3 guys on active.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
they're on active.
Yeah, well, I don't
Nolan
know
Smith isn't
why.
on any.
Yeah, I think it's easy to move a guy like Josh Butler. We have 3 guys: Trayvon Diggs, DeMarvion Overshone, and Josh Butler. I fully expect Overshone and Butler to be put on IR. I don't know that we're going to see Butler. He tore his ACL. Randy, what game did he? Like what week? Do you remember?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think it
Yeah.
was around the 10th or 11th week last year, but I'm
Yeah,
not
so
exactly sure on
I
that.
find it hard to believe he'll be back. You can, I think there's two. You could bring back two people from IR. I think Demo might be one of them. That's just my opinion. I don't know. That's why he said there's a chance Demo may not play this year, even though he's flying around as much as he can now. Just depending on how the season's going. Now, me
Yeah, that's
personally,
what Randy said the other day too. I agree with that.
I mean,
You
that's a
guys are
smart move.
in contention, then you play him.
Right.
But
Yeah, if you're not, you don't even take that chance this year. You bring him back 100% next year. He's too important a player.
I agree.
Now,
Game Time, is that the same knee that he tore last time, or is that the opposite?
It's the opposite.
Okay, so he has knee issues on both knees.
Yeah. In the NFL, NFI stands for non-football injury. I knew that, but it's a roster designation used when a player is unable to participate in football activities due to an injury or illness. That did not occur during official team practice or games. This includes injuries sustained in personal activities, recreational sports, or even college football or rookies. Anyway, so we got Savon Ravel. Remember, he was injured in college. He's on NFI. So NFI, let's see. Players can be placed on an active NFI list at the start of training camp, which is what he was. When they still count against the 9-man limit. If they remain on NFI after roster cuts, they are moved to NFL reserved list, where they don't count against the 53, but must sit out a minimal of 4 games. So maybe
4 games, right?
Yeah, that's NFI.
That's
so again, we don't know where Savon Ravel sits. He's a rookie. He's another guy I'm not really counting on this year. If you get anything from him, that's great. High upside, high ceiling. Very talented player. But he did have I believe that was in September. He had his. So the rule there. Usually that's at least a 1-year injury. I think there's a good chance he starts out on some sort of, reserve list and miss the first 4 games. Then they'll have to make a decision. But yeah, so that's what we got. No real surprises there. So Eagles have no real issues. Let me see if I can look it up. I guess I can go to Eagles.com. They might have something, right? Can you pull that up, Rob?
No, I didn't pull up
Eagles.com.
I can, absolutely.
Yeah, just look it up, and we could discuss some birds and see,
When I looked earlier, I didn't see it. Like, he hasn't been designated to anything yet. I mean, I guess, no news is good news, because the last...
But it wouldn't be the worst thing for him to start out. I mean, I don't think you need him, like, day one. I mean, it's more of a, Here we go. I got Eagles roster moves. Let's see here. I could go over it. I mean, I'll share some Eagles roster news with everybody. On report day for training camp, the Eagles signed defensive end. We talked about it. And defensive tackle, Jacob Sykes. To make room for the roster, they waived a KJ Henry, defensive end. Remember, he was with Dallas last year for a little bit.
And Nichols, right?
And Lou Nichols. Onkaranko is entering his 7th season, but we talked about that. Eagles announced changes to scouting. Spadaro. Look at Dave Spuds is still around. Yeah, so there's real no news. But they're not. That's the thing. Dallas gives you way too much news. I'm sure there's going to be more roster movement, but everything is an open book with Dallas.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Really
I like it quiet.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. But let's see here. Just looking at, did you know Jake Elliott, 16 points in the Super Bowl, broke a 57-year Super Bowl kicking record. I did not know that. Returning, I'm just looking for news. Yeah, there's not much. So no news is good news, I guess. So not much news on the Eagle front. Just stay tuned on that. Bad clone. Dean is working out the leg. Fly Parks. We did nothing major. Signed an edge. I didn't know if you put anything. Moved guys around. There's got to be something. The Kobe Dean's not ready. He's going to start off on some list. I would imagine. They just haven't released what list it is. you know, Samuel Clinton. Okay, Fly Parks, Camp Body. I don't know, man. Like I mean, I liked it. I mean, it's a decent Camp Body, you know. So Lamar Davis, I come in and we're talking about champions. Not surprised. Oh, slow down. Come on, bro. We're talking about everybody. NFC East. Speaking of NFC East, we got the NFC East clash tomorrow night. So I got to reach out to Drew and tell him he wants to know what to talk about. I said, oh, yeah, do what you normally do. Shit on Dallas and whatever else you want to do.
Who's representing Dallas for you guys?
Randy right here.
I am.
Oh, the legend.
Randy, you need to
tune in for that.
I'll be ready.
You need to have some stuff for you need to have some stuff. I guess the cat's out of the bag. I mean, he said my name on his video. So Kyle Pizzle is going to be on tomorrow night as the mystery Giants. So that'll be fun. The Pizzle, you know, that should be interesting.
Jess, you'll enjoy that.
It was trying to be funny.
I told him to be aggressive. So he might be like aggressive on me. But I hope he goes off on Momo and Drew. That would be fun. But I need to reach out to him. Willie Vassar, what's up, my man? How you doing? Everybody good? So yeah, we sit here. Is there anything you guys are really? There's not much to talk about right now. I mean,
Pretty much. What's going on with the Washington Momos?
well,
Crackbacks.
yeah, the crackbacks. Yeah, just looking around the league, it says Micah. Oh well, Tyrann Mathieu announces retirement.
Honey Badger's retiring, huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
Honey Badger's gone. I mean,
damn.
I was hoping we would have got him a long time ago.
yeah, that was a
Yeah,
guy that I
hoping to
always
draft
wanted.
him.
Yeah. Micah Parsons taking part in camp and yeah, we'll see what exactly he's going to take part in. Jawan Jennings at training camp hasn't formally asked for trade. Is that the Chicago? Who is Jawan Jennings? Is that receiver, right? Oh, okay, yeah, receiver for the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, he wants more money.
Don't they all? A report last week that Jennings wants to be traded if he does not receive a contract extension. Well, welcome, Niners. This is why you need to win when you can. The bang bang, you need to take advantage of it when you have all that deep talent because it's starting to slowly dissipate. You know, that's what happens.
Yep, it's going.
Titans place.
And we ain't heard much from the 49ers people this year. Honestly,
Not much.
it's been quiet.
Yeah. Matthew Stafford will work on the side early in camp due to back soreness. So, again, take that for what it is. Everybody loves the Rams. Me too. But if Matt Stafford gets hurt, who's their backup? Do we even know? Let me look.
I have no clue.
I know I'm asking a lot of stuff on the fly here, but not really much. Let's see. Matt Stafford backup.
Jimmy G.
Is it?
Oh, it is. It is.
Jimmy
It
G.
is.
Really?
Jimmy
All he
G.
does
Yeah,
is
that's
win.
it.
And bang supermodel. Oh, wait, did I say that? Sorry.
Oh, orange stash, Jimmy.
Yes, buddy.
Sorry, ladies. I just, he's a good-looking guy. He's a good guy. AARP Commanders. What's up, bad clone? Chris Wise is in the house. What's up, Chris? How are you, brother? Hope all is well with you. Rob Bay, by midseason, the wide receiver are going to be all out of books, and the mutiny will begin in that Eagles locker room, says Clemente. He's hoping on a mutiny, Rob Bay.
Yeah, that's a reach, my friend, especially after seeing the cheeseburger smiles on AJ's face on ring night. I mean, he looked like a little kid, as happy as could be with his ring. So hopefully that's a reflection of keeping the main thing. It isn't about how many balls you get. It's just being ready when it's your number's called, man. That's what it's got to be about.
It's all about winning.
Yeah.
Let's face it. It's about winning.
It is.
I don't give a shit about stats. Win. Just win.
Exactly. About being a champion to me, being the best you
Yeah.
can be.
That's funny. When I'm 64. When I was growing up, I didn't care what I did as long as my team won. I didn't care. And now it's different. It seems like. Well, of course, these guys get paid millions and millions of dollars, so it's different, I guess.
Yeah, it's the times we live in a little different too.
Yeah, it is. It
Receivers
is.
nowadays, for the most part, are pretty much divas. I mean, they are. I mean, to me,
Oh yeah.
to Clemente's point, I could say the same thing about Pickens if he doesn't get enough ball thrown his way. He's playing for a contract, so
Especially,
to
yeah.
me, stats he's going to be stat dependent this year to get paid. So I mean, if CD's getting most of the attention, which I expect to happen since him and Dak are in rhythm and they're on the same page, have been playing for years on. If Pickens don't get the ball as much as he would like to get the ball, maybe there could be a mutiny there because he's going to be disgruntled if he doesn't get his stats because the stats is going to depend on his contract.
Don't you
Yeah.
think though next year if he is disgruntled, he's still going to get paid by somebody big?
He'll get paid, but I
Honestly,
think he'll get paid. But I
What's up,
think if
Lou
he's an
Branch?
all-pro or a Pro Bowler or something, he might get paid a little bit more. I mean, it just kind of
I
depends.
agree with
but,
you. I agree
Manager is
with
what
you.
scares the hell out of me about the whole thing.
Yeah, the accolades. I mean, he's already a head case. Let's face it. I mean, he is a head case. I'm talking about Pickens, and it could go two ways. If he's getting his, averaging maybe 80 to 100 yards a game, 4 or 5 receptions a game, maybe more, I think he'll be fine. But if he's not getting fed the ball, and CD is, or God forbid if something happens to Dak and a backup comes in and he doesn't get his stats and start losing
Yeah,
and
it
getting
could
frustrated.
Well,
I mean,
It
it
could
could
go
Jerry's
either
go.
known
way.
for that, though. He did it to Cooper Rush last year, if you remember
Yeah.
right. So he didn't have to pay that incentive. That's what scares me is the management part of that.
I don't
I mean,
think.
will Jerry pull him out of the game so he wouldn't
Yeah.
get a certain amount of yards?
I'm least worried about that aspect. I understand what Rob's saying. The only thing I would say is the one thing Dak does, barring it, as long as he's healthy, he normally gets people paid. So that's why I would bet more on he'll be fine. It's a perfect match. It's like the routes that you run, like as far as Pickens and CD. But I will be curious to see how long it takes because Dak is also known to get out slow stat wise and on the same page in recent years. He always kind of starts out a certain way. And when you don't have right now, when we sit here, we don't really know what our running game is going to look like. You're going to need him week 1, obviously, followed by everybody's overlooking. And, I'm expecting a win at home against the Giants. But if you lose and, you're predicted to lose week 1 in Philly, you could be looking at 0-2 real quick. Because remember, we come home for a primetime game at home against the New York Giants. So they just need to get a lot of work done. But there was a question about, I believe it was Swoop, about Terry. I don't know if it was Swoop. Let me look. Was it Swoop? Fly Parks. Excuse me. Fly Parks asked me about Terry McLaurin. I got an update. As fans are aware that the Commanders and McLaurin are in negotiations regarding a contract. Peter said earlier in the offseason that the team wanted to get a deal worked out. As of now, nothing has officially been announced between the two sides. Without a doubt, I think everybody in this building values Terry very much. We knew that coming in. Okay, well, it needs to get done.
That's the tricky part about contracts, especially with receivers when they're in contract year. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, what Terry McLaurin's going through. GP is feeling good now because he does have a way better quarterback throwing him the ball, way better offense that he's in. But if he doesn't get the rock, I mean, he could go south quick. I mean, Clemente's like, GP and CD are tight. They're going to be fine. Well, they're tight until it's time to start being, if he's not getting the ball, he loves money more than he loves friends or being tight with anybody. He wants to get paid.
Right.
And so if he doesn't get the rock, that could go south way quicker than it could go south in Philly because both of my receivers are locked in. They're paid. They're paid. They both one got restructured. AJ got restructured last year to a bigger contract, and Devontae got his. So I mean, we don't have any contract issues going on. I get that
That's
AJ
our
can
middle
be a
name,
diva.
the contract.
Right.
I think when we get the
Everybody's playing
Parsons
for a
thing taken
contract.
care of, it'll be easier.
AJ could be a diva at times
I
because he
agree.
wants the ball for the fact of wanting
Right.
the ball. I get that. But it ain't going to be about money. Where GP's in a contract year, McLaurin's in a contract year. These guys want to get paid, and they can get disgruntled quick if it doesn't go their way.
Agreed. Rob A. GP got a gift from Pittsburgh. These two wide receivers are going to light up the season. Your job is not to like that, and you're doing a great job. Well, listen,
I'm
I
more
don't
worried
like it.
about the injury side of everything. I'm
yeah,
more worried about us
honestly,
being healthy.
I
I'll
understand.
be honest.
I'm not going to totally. I'm not going to totally dismiss what Rob is saying, and it's not couching.
Oh, I'm not either.
But if I'm a betting guy, Dak, the one thing he does is every receiver that's come in, he may piss off CD more than, because I think Pickens, he's gonna get the ball too. I can easily see an issue where they they force it to Pickens, and CD's like, well, like, what about me? So we'll see. He's a receiver. All receivers want the ball. I don't want a receiver that doesn't want the ball. Lou Branch, exactly. I agree with you there. Here, I'll take it off a gallery. Excuse me, or a speaker. There we go. I'm just trying different things. What do you guys like better? You like that? You like this? Or do you like? I don't know what that is. Multi-speaker. I don't know what the hell that is. But anyway, we'll leave it there. But yeah, so we shall see. But that is something that we need to worry about. Bengals are still trying to sign Shamar Stewart again. Is there any real chance this dude goes back into the draft next year, or do you think he's going to play?
No, they have to make that move. I mean, they can't.
Yeah, you can't do that to that guy. You got to sign him.
They have to sign him. I think
If he goes back, he's going to get paid from the college. That's the thing.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's crazy.
He's got an option.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
so
he
sure
can't
I
go
would
back
want to
and
play
play
with
right
Cincinnati
now.
either.
He can't go back to college and play. That's the
Why
thing.
can't he?
Because he hired agents, supposedly. Now, it'll go to court, and they'll try and overrule that. But as we sit here today, he cannot go back to college.
I thought that changed when they started
play.
paying the players.
I'm not positive, but from what I gather, he would have to file a bunch of motions.
I haven't.
Listen,
I just want him on our.
our.
I'm glad we didn't
Never seen it happen.
draft him.
Well, he was a raw player, and I think he has potential to be really good. But for
I do
him to be
too.
holding out is a little ridiculous. That just opens up a window. Listen, I love bashing the Bengals, but they did find a way, probably to their detriment. I honestly think they probably should have moved on from the other wide receiver. I know everybody loves him, but
Higgins.
yeah, I mean, listen, I think maybe focus on getting another lineman, or I don't know. I didn't think that you needed to do that. Maybe I don't know. I mean, that's good and all, but I think they're kind of. I guess they did Joe Burrow solid. They paid him, but if you're asking me, Higgins or a Trey Hendrickson, without Trey Hendrickson, their defenses. Now
Even
you're not.
worse,
You
even
basically.
possibly
Yeah.
You basically. You drafted his replacement. That's who Shamar Stewart is. When you're talking about a guy who's going to be 30, that's probably the hang up. But you can't even sign the draft pick. You thought, Rob, this would be a perfect opportunity to put some pressure on Hendrickson, saying, hey, we got your replacement, so you don't want to take this deal, or we can't meet it, work something out, then hold out. But they're not even doing that.
Yeah, Trey should say, you know what? If he's smart, he should say, you know what? Just trade me to Philly and let's just move on.
Trade me to Philly,
You'll
of course.
have that
Send
money
them
to sign your rookie.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Honestly,
What's your
I've never
point?
seen that happen before, so I don't even know how that's going to work out if he holds out and they just don't get him signed. I'm talking about the rookie.
It's
That's
just silliness
crazy.
is what it is. The
It is.
Athletic says it perfect. The word Mike Brown said it's silly. Well, what's silly is, Mike, is that, the same thing with Dallas this time of year. Every year there's going to be a contract. Next year it's going to be Tyler Smith. It's always going to be something. It could be Tyler Smith and, it won't be Pickens, because Pickens will be a free agent by then if they want to sign him, right? If they want to sign George Pickens long term, they need to do it by a certain date after the season. So, I guess they could franchise him.
They could franchise him twice.
Yeah, but you guys would be so top heavy if you sign him.
We're already
plus
top
Mike,
heavy.
Yeah, I know, but he'd be more top heavy. But back to
Well,
your
I
point,
think Diggs
game
is
time-
gone next
Sorry.
year. Yeah, Diggs is gone next year. He's not. They're not happy with him, and I see them signing Bland in Diggs'
Now-
spot.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't know if I missed it, so I want to ask this question. I know Vinny sent me a couple articles. What's up, Daniel? What in yesterday's press conference? Let me pause this. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'll pause it. What in yesterday's press conference, or that Jerry Jones said? Did anything Jerry said made you feel like it was racially motivated? Did I miss something?
No, it ain't got nothing with race. It's got he
Well, a
didn't
lot
come to
of
work out. And the
there's some
doctors
cowboy
didn't see him.
content creators that are saying Jerry Jones takes that.
We,
I don't
you know
know.
where that's coming from, game time? Well, I don't know if this is the root cause, but I know that it probably fed to the fire. Was I watched Nightcap last night, Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Ocho Cinco were saying that, that they dogged out Micah, they dogged out Dak in that
Diggs.
press conference. But Shannon Sharp brought up that you never seen them talking bad about Romo like that. And he specifically said, could it be the shade of his skin?
Well,
So
who, Mexican?
I mean,
Romo? Romero, Romo?
Right,
Again, what are we talking
right.
Wow.
So I mean, I could see that playing a role, especially with his platform, and I think he already had at that time 60,000 views, which he does on a regular. Talking about Nightcap, I mean that's a massive following on YouTube. But they specifically said that you never seen them talking bad about Romo or Witten. And that he never liked Dak, and Dak always kept it as he's a businessman,
Right.
his words not mine, and so on and so forth. So
yeah, I don't know. I just didn't
I
get
saw
that. Yeah, I didn't get that, but I don't know. I'm not looking for it either. That's
Well, I will say this: if
Does
you
that
watch
make
the
sense to
Cowboys
you?
in the
I'm not-
'90s, it was brought up that Aikman was racist because he got on his offensive line. Well, hell, his offensive line was all black. I mean, and honestly, I don't care who you are. If you're winning, all this bull crap is going to be by the wayside. And I
Oh,
think that
absolutely.
comes with the neighborhood right now. We ain't winning, so you can say whatever you want. It's just like
Do you know who will
the other
tell
day
you
when
that
they was
Jerry?
talking about
Yeah.
do what, bro?
Well,
Well, they were talking about the running back being lazy. Come on, how can you come out and say
I'm
something
glad.
like that? You
Good.
don't know
Shit
these
on him
people.
early. Now you put him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you got his attention. I'm good with it. Lou
Well,
Branch.
didn't
Everybody
T.O.
wants to
kind of
make
say the
everything
same
about
things
race.
Romo?
What's
T.O.
that?
was
Yes,
he was
he
always
did.
favoring Witten over me.
Yeah, man. Again, I
Silly,
just find
but
it
But that
hard
was
to believe.
that was another
Rob.
guy that was a nutcase. We can both teams can attest to that one.
And so much talent, but such a head case.
He was, yeah, I agree.
Top 5 receiver all time, in my opinion, but what a head case.
He was.
What you were saying earlier, game time, about T. Higgins, I agree with you there. As far as I wouldn't have re-signed him. What I would have done the previous year though is I would have re-signed Tyler Boyd to a cheaper contract and kept
Bingo.
him.
Yeah, that's
and
what I'm
traded
saying.
T. Higgins
Because I
Tyler
think Joe
Boyd
Burrow.
was a good third.
Yeah, I think Joe Burrow's the type of guy who actually, everybody shits on him all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden everybody, that's in my latest thing is everybody loves Joe Burrow. Okay, I just like how he plays the quarterback position. He hasn't won a Super Bowl. He got to one, but I agree. He would have been able to run the offense with Boyd and go out and bring back Hendrickson, get Shamar in here to work with and around him to learn from, and then go out and draft another one. You know what I mean? But just real quick before we end the subject, approximately 70% of the NFL players are black. So my thing is this, I just find it ridiculous that this is what we took out of yesterday's press conference. I'm not trying to, because when Vinny sent it to me, I'm like, why are we going there? Because they're not getting paid. They're all getting paid. Okay. I mean, Dak got $60 million. How much is Randy? How much is CD making?
45.
Whatever it is. I don't think it's 45. No, he's not making 45. I'll have to look it up.
40 or 45,
I
somewhere
don't think so.
in that
Maybe.
frame.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a lot, but I could be wrong. But regardless, he got paid, right? He got paid.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Is this what it's about? I mean,
Well, you go get your $10 million that he would be getting
Dion
and
loves
sign the
Jerry.
dang contract
Jerry's
and put
an
your money
idiot.
and put your money away.
Yeah, Jerry's the type of guy that he likes to hear himself talk, and when you do that, you say a lot of
Yes.
dumb
He
shit.
said a lot of that
Yeah,
yesterday.
like you say a lot of dumb shit. So he got 32 mil, Vinny Hagen. Yeah, that sounds about right.
32?
Oh wait,
Who's that?
Oh, okay.
CD is at 38. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look it up. You guys are all over the place.
What I took for that darn press conference yesterday.
All I know is it should have been 30
irritated.
if Jerry would have paid him on
Yeah,
time.
I know. 38 million guaranteed,
rambled on too much.
100 million, 38 million
Yeah.
signing bonus, 136 4 years, 100 million guarantees, 38 million signing bonus makes him the second highest paid non-quarterback, just behind Justin Jefferson. The contract, yeah. So basically, here's the breakdown. Boop boop boop, 34 million a year annually.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I knew it was like in the 30s. So now you're good, Chris. It's all good, my man.
I gave him a raise. So
You
what?
gave him a
It
raise.
ain't my
You gave him
money.
a big time bump. I love it. I'm gonna hang with you. Roma been gone 9 years and they still can't keep him out of their mouths. Clemente. Again, it is what it is. I just thought it was. I didn't think of that. And every year we seem like we're hearing it. Well, yeah, it's coming from one guy who can't. Like I said, he keeps putting his foot in his mouth, and he's talking less and less, and we won't hear Jerry again for a while. Probably until after the Micah contract is signed, you'll hear Jerry mouth off again. That's all it is anymore. He has final authority, and what I mean by that is they go to him and say, "Here's the deal, and it's in place. We need you to sign off on it." What's he going to say? No, he ain't going to do that. He's going to sign off on it. So. It'll get done. It's just I didn't take that away. I was surprised when I heard that. Supposedly, Law Nation and another person were talking about it, that it's racial. I don't know. That's them, not me. I don't really know much about that.
I agree.
Again,
I don't either.
most of the players in the league are black. So, and it's the most visible, most highest rated sport, non-soccer. So I don't.
Well, the way I look at it, give me the color. I
don't
want
know.
gold is what I want. I want gold. It's that trophy that looks like a football on top. That's what I want. I don't give a shit what color
It's
a
gold,
person
Jerry.
is.
It's gold.
Yeah.
Gold.
Exactly.
Give me gold.
Yeah. So I was surprised, but anyway, let's move on. Drew, what's up, brother? How are you? All hail Jerry Jones. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, Jerry. That's what he does, man. He likes to command the room. If Jerry hasn't been the one doing these contracts and bringing these players in, why does everybody blame him? Because he runs his mouth. YouTube J Cap a lot. He's the spokesperson.
That's exactly it.
He's the spokesperson. That's the face you see. That's who's signing the checks. Again,
There
James
it
Houston
was.
is not a
Glory
DT.
hole.
No, he's an edge. Yeah, there it was. Glory hole.
Settle down just a little bit.
There you go. It'll be the battle of the Jerry Joneses.
What's your point? What's your point?
Anyway, Coyote, this is a bad move.
I don't
to
have the
get-
patience to jack with you today.
There it is. You got it. Well, we all know that Jerry said things every day because he knew the media would be talking about him today. And he's right, Chris.
That's it.
Again,
He's a pot stirrer.
He is stuck in that mindset. I don't want nothing bad to happen to him, but just some real quick news. I got wins. My wife, she worked with Bruce Willis's sister for years and didn't know that it was Bruce Willis's sister. Who would have thought? But they're from Pennsville, New Jersey. Anyway, Bruce Willis is no longer speaking, and so he can't talk. Yeah, it's.
I've met
sad.
him 3 times. He did a movie up here in Idaho called Breakfast of Champions. My mom kind of helped their production team for the cleanup. But I met him 3 times, and he also has a restaurant, or did, up in Haley, Idaho, Kelly's or something like that. But I remember when and ate in there, and he and Demi Moore were in there.
Yeah, so
that's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
People say he's an ass, but to me, he was nice.
Nah,
to me,
he was again.
that's pretty sad.
Yeah, it sucks, man. But Rob A, as far as the press conference goes yesterday, Jerry Jones continues to be a fool of himself, and his son has to step in. Daniel, they're going to let this play out, brother. Again, you have to look at the positives. You can't get caught up with what Jerry's saying because the players don't give a crap what Jerry says. As long as they're signing his checks, he can run his mouth all they want.
We
And
could look over
Dak-
there at Steven and see him all like this, insecure and kind of aggravated.
Yeah,
I was going to say,
Oh.
if you remember, Steven said yesterday, I'm the one that do the contracts, guys. He had to step up and say that so that Jerry wouldn't keep rambling.
Yeah, but as the owner signing the checks, it's not good for morale to sit there and bash your two best players.
Wow.
They already
Who,
know
Diggs?
their
Now, who we
pressure's
talking
on
about?
them.
Yeah,
Talking about Dak and Micah.
Yeah,
You
Micah,
know,
I can
It's not
understand.
good for morale. It's just
Dak
not.
is
I mean,
fine. He got $60 million.
I think hopefully they've told the
He's fine
players,
money-wise, but the
don't listen
pressure's
to
on
what
him.
They
he's
don't
saying.
care anymore. They know
Yeah,
that
you
he's full of
think-
shit. They
Just
know he's full
think
of
of him
shit,
as a
Rob.
clown.
They really don't. Micah, I would agree with you. Micah's
Hey,
like,
Oscar.
gonna get my name out your mouth unless you signing me. He's probably tired of it. But what's Micah doing? He's showing up. So I'm just wondering, But I would agree with you with Micah, but Dak don't get. Dak knows he's full of crap. I mean, I'm sorry, Jerry is a showman. Exactly, Vinny. That is. He's more. If Jerry ain't changing, he's what, 82, 83? He ain't changing, right? Just like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like cherish Jeffrey Lurie. He figured it out and he's on a roll. Cherish him because
Here came Al Davis.
you don't know who the next guy is. You don't know if it's Julian Lurie and with his analytics and what the hell he's going to be doing.
Analytics.
Well,
We'll just ride the ride until
that's what I mean. You don't know what. Enjoy it now because you don't know. Everybody's saying, "Oh, Steven's going to be worse." I don't know how. Steven's already said he don't want to be general manager, so I don't know how that could possibly be. But I'm not trying to write off and kill Jerry right now. I mean, let him run his mouth again. We'll see what Brian Schottenheimer does. He's saying all the right things. Jimbo says showing up with no new contracts is idiotic. That's what they do, Jimbo. And I don't know that has any tangible harm, but it doesn't help, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
It goes back to what Randy said, though, right? I mean, non-contact injuries, like during training camp and stuff, you just don't want that. Like, play it safe. Just stay on the side, like hold in, but don't step foot on that field.
I agree. I don't suit up if I don't have a contract. I don't suit up, period.
Well,
I'm not putting $40 million in jeopardy. I'm not.
I'll be a cheerleader on the sideline, like, come on, Doc, get going.
Exactly.
But I'm not stepping foot on the contract.
Yeah, well,
And for Jerry to come out and say, well, I don't know if they're going to hurt themselves, into year 3 or year 3 or 4.
Right.
That tells me right there he's not serious.
Yep, I agree with you. Yeah, and he actually alluded. He actually alluded to what I've been saying. Remember, I would say, I kind of feel like that Jerry's worried about somebody dropping dead, and having to be on the hook. I know everybody thought I was a little weird when I said it, but he said it himself yesterday. He literally said, guys can get hit by a car, and then we're on the hook. That's why they wait.
Yeah, why would you say that? Why would you even say that?
So silly.
It is silly, but that's what he's thinking. This why, and everybody gets mad at me, Rob, when I say I think he's cheap. I'm not saying he's cheap in the aspect of he don't want to spend money. He's cheap with his money when it comes to just like these higher contracts. He would rather a player bend the knee and give in. He wants to win everything. And then I think he's cheap.
Senile.
I think he's cheap.
He's senile.
Even though he's
What kind
paying
of
millions
sick
of
bastards
dollars.
don't feed his freaking players, man.
That's the other thing I was saying the other day.
Yeah, that was
what kind of person makes their players pay for food at their facility? Wouldn't you want them eating healthy?
Yeah, well,
Knowing what they're going to eat?
I want to show you this. This is what I
that
wanna
rubbed
show
me
you
wrong.
guys. This
Well,
is what I want to
his,
show you.
his pushback is, well, you're a Cowboy, you can get endorsements, you can get this.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, I don't either.
You know.
I mean,
Much
that's
as
why
he
it always,
spends probably on his meals a day, he could have fed his
guys.
players twice over.
it baffles me when Mark tries to sell that as a selling point of why someone should come to Dallas. It's like he's like, oh yeah, you come to Dallas, you're set. Especially if you win a Super Bowl, you're set. You're gonna have endorsements left. Shit, I just want to win. I don't give a damn if I have to sign with Cleveland. If that's my best chance of winning a Super Bowl, I'll be a Brown. I don't give a damn.
The thing with Dallas though, and going with them though, is this or even the Texans as well, is the state taxes. You don't have that being taken out of your money, so That's the difference, and I think that's what some of it's alluding to. But I agree with what you're saying,
What's
Rob.
up, Dustin?
There's some of that
Bosley?
that's
What's
kind
up,
of
bro?
like,
Well, I guess what bothers me more
Well,
than
then, you know what
anything,
I would
when
do?
you're the
Oh,
most
Randy.
expensive sports team in the world, I'm not talking about the United States, I'm talking about in the world, and you're cheap on what you're feeding your players. My God, what is
Well,
wrong here?
You're cheap on feeding them. You're cheap on contracts. I mean, shit. To your point,
Everything.
Chris, there's no taxes in Florida either. Suit me up as a Dolphin instead, and I'll
okay.
go over
Yeah.
there and lose.
Oh, I didn't know
At
that in
least,
Florida. Okay.
yeah, Florida there's no
I
state
agree.
taxes either.
difference is in
Yeah.
Dallas, Rob. If you know, if you win, I mean, you don't even have to win. I mean, you like what Romo's doing. If you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys or you're a high profile player, you write your ticket pretty much anywhere you want as far as mainstream media, just because of the eyes that you have brought. You know, if you're a good player, but Eagles have one open practice, everybody. Just to let everybody know, I was talking to Mark this morning. I'm trying to get him to go to open practice on August 10th. We'll see. He's saying it's going to be sold out. I said, I don't know about sold out, but I know it'll be packed. I don't know. But so we may do it. But I just want to show you guys, the Eagles have one open practice, okay? Literally, it's like Great Adventure at Dallas Cowboys training camp, okay? Literally, like when you go there, right? You get a general admission ticket because they sent me everything. I'm not going to share it here, but they've sent me how much this, how much that, how much this, how much that. You are so far away from the field in a general admission, and it costs a decent amount of money. But you got to pay hundreds of dollars to get like beyond a certain point, and it's literally a money grab. They have a section just roped off, like you got to pay like $1,200 if you want to sit in that side, and that's for like maybe 3 practices. Everything is just trying to sell you shit. But just look at all the open practices. Okay, July 22nd. That's you got today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Okay, that's 3, and in the first week, and then you have one on July 20th, the 8th. That's 4. You one on the 30th, 5. August 2nd, 6. August 4th, 7. August 7th and 8th, that's 9. They have 11 open practices. 11. I mean, like, they're so cheap, but you know how much money they're going to make? You know how much money they're going to make just by training camp? And it's been barren. I'm curious to see how many people are there this year, because last year, it's pretty dead. It's not, I don't like being treated like okay, well, if you can afford it, you can go over there where the players are, if you can afford it, if you're wealthy enough, you can get over there and be where the big. If not, you guys have to stay way back here and just, you know what I mean? That I don't like that mentality. I remember going to Lehigh for the Eagles, and it was different. I went to a couple of those just to get it was cool, you're walking around, and obviously you walk through a merchandise tent to get into the fields. But other than that, it was pretty cool. It's just a different animal, man. I'm not wasting my money to go to training camp. I am sorry. Mark tried to get me to go last year, and then he said then he ended up changing it to a family vacation. I am not spending $3,000 to go to California for a training camp. There's no way in hell I'm doing that. None.
Especially if you're rolling solo for the most part, because he kicked it with his family for the most part.
But I mean, I wasn't going. I don't feel like doing it. To me, I want to. It's not very exciting to me to go to training camp because we all know what it is these days. Especially if I got to pay that much, it's like, okay.
Well, not only you felt that way, but a whole lot of others did too.
Yeah,
Because it was
I'd rather
pretty dead
spend
when he was live streaming out there. There wasn't nobody out there.
Yep. Well, yeah, exactly. I would much rather spend money to go to Vegas with my friends and channel members, hang out for a couple of days, and that would be, to me, that's a lot more fun. That's just me, but to each his own. We're losing people left and right. Lou Branch, yep, Philly, you get what you get. Yeah, I hear you. So, Rob, how does that work? Eagles, like that one practice, how many people will there be, do you think?
I think it's going to be
how hard is it to get a ticket? Is what I'm saying. And
no, I don't. I think they're still out there. They're still available. I don't think it would be hard to get a ticket at all, but expect there to be a crowd since it's the only one.
I'll have to start looking into it because once he said he's actually want to do it. I know Jesse said he wants to come hang out. We'll see. Maybe, so I don't know. It's something I want to do. I think it'd be fun, but, it might be easier to do that than actually go to a game. That first game is going to be ridiculous. Daniel M. Game time, if you look at the run defense, it just got even worse. You're Mr. Negative, Daniel. What are you talking about, brother? Let's you get a practice in. Houston's not going to be on the team, brother. He's just a camp body. 45,000 in attendance, Swoop. Okay. So I guess I better get my act together, huh? I'm going to go on and see. But see, Mark's a last-minute guy, so that is usually that works out as far as you being able to get tickets, but there's no rush, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking to do that. That's on August 10th, I believe, which is it's not too far away. But what day of the week is that? August 10th is a Sunday, so that's cool. That's cool. That might be fun. Yeah, of course. Speak the truth, brother. The kid's in his mama's basement, and you're worried about him speaking the truth. AJ's better. Let's be real. YouTube J Cap a lot. Are you really going down that again? What are you talking about, AJ versus CG? You guys are ridiculous. Just give it up. Who cares? AJ is better. No, he ain't. No, I'm joking. Coyote, who's spending money then? What's up, Devil Dog? Where you been, brother? Devil Dog 71. Where the hell you been? Coyote. All right, now everybody's coming back. So, Rob, anything else you want to discuss, man? Anything on your mind?
No, man. I hope everybody through,
not that we're going anywhere,
just across the East. I just want everybody to get out of training camp healthy, get into preseason, and just start the season healthy. I don't want no excuses. I want everybody to go, especially for game one. I want everybody at full strength because I don't want any excuses either which way it goes. I just want a good game and see how it goes.
Yeah, me too.
I know when I look for tickets for general admission, because once you mentioned about going to that practice thing, there are tickets of like $30.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't need to be low.
Yeah. So there's still plenty of tickets out there. Yeah. So it'll be crowded, but it's not sold out or anything like that.
That'll be fun. But I don't know. Hopefully they don't play a lot of music in the background, or I won't be able to live stream. So that's the thing. Yeah, well, I can. It'll just be copyrighted, but who cares? Once the live stream's over, nobody's real. Yeah, we'll play that one by ear. But anyway, what's going on, Loyal? Are you working or what?
No, I'm off.
How you off, bro?
I got off work.
You're off already. You were at work. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see. I seen the people coming out on the practice field. That was about it. But not really, not to report. But it's good to see they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hope no one gets hurt. Sometimes these players get hurt.
It's the knee injury that's what hurt us last year. That ACL from last year was a bugaboo.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that has changed regarding college players going back to college. Yeah, I don't think they can. I think they can go back, but they can't play football. I'm not positive though. I really don't know for sure. Let's see here. Let's see if
maybe he can go back to college and study, but also be redrafted. Maybe.
Just to let you guys know about that situation you just said. Nah, the coach nixed it. He can't go. He ain't going back.
What are you talking about?
About the guys about going back to college?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going back. They coach over there at college said no.
Okay. Well, that's not a big endorsement. We don't want them.
That's what happened.
We don't want them. Keep your crazy ass at Cincinnati.
I'm gonna tell you, I got a brisket sandwich from Buc-ee's. It wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Mark doesn't like anything. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Literally, when we went, every time I go, Mark's like, "Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that." It's like Mark don't like anything unless he makes it. It's like, all right.
There you go. Oh yeah, he did. Didn't he say something about somebody's spaghetti in Detroit?
Well, I didn't eat it. It looked like god awful.
He didn't like
make you
pinks.
guys spaghetti, man. I make good spaghetti.
He didn't like pinks either.
Yep.
You
I
don't
remember
like
he
pink?
posted
Hey,
about
but
that.
he wolfed that sucker
Yeah,
down.
rest in
though.
peace. Eagles has landed. Like we talked about it early on, brother. That's rough
Loyal,
news.
he wolfed that hot dog down at Pink's though.
Oh,
He
he'll
did.
eat it. He'll just tell you afterwards that it's not good.
Yeah, rest
You
in
know,
peace to Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
he'll
doubt.
pound them down like
Oh.
Scooby Doo, man. He'll throw shit up and it'll disappear. But then he'll
Well,
tell
you
you
know
how
that
it's
was-
not good.
Scooby-Doo?
Well,
I
you
know,
that-
Drew. You don't like pinks either, dude. It's a hot dog. I'm sure it's okay. Relax.
Well, you know that
Drew
old saying,
hates
penis-
pinks. I've never had a pink. I have no stock in pink.
Asman likes pinks.
Yeah, as man likes pinks.
It's a hot dog, guys. It's not meant to
He
be
didn't
great.
like Whataburger, Clemente.
Give me
He
a
didn't like
Nathan's hot dog.
Whataburger.
I didn't.
thought he was
I had
talking about
Whataburger. I didn't like
Whataburger, though.
Whataburger. It was
You-
too
I
thin.
love Whataburger now.
It's too
I
thin.
can't tell you
thin.
that.
Blake's a lot of burger.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a
a,
good
it's
place.
a Frankfurter.
Okay, it's too thin. Maybe get a quad burger or get a like a triple. You know,
Right.
I don't know. I had it.
Mushroom
It was
Swiss.
good. It was better than McDonald's. It was better than Burger King to me. You know, again, I don't know who's better, Diggs or Bland. I think Bland. Mark
Bland.
Hudson. I
I
think
agree.
Bland's a better
I
player.
agree.
Bland plays
I've
the
eaten
ball
pinks
better.
many times. It's okay, nothing to write home about. Again, I'm not saying it's great, but to poo-poo it and say it's not good, well, it is. It is what it is.
Getting enough to eat, huh? If you was over there chowing down some
I
glizzies.
mean, oh yeah, he hammered, he'll eat 4 of them and then tell you, it wasn't great.
Damn,
You know, all in love, Mark. All in love. Just relax. But yeah, I was talking to him, and you know, so we'll see if we go. It'll be fun. Daniel M. It's season for optimism. Not for Daniel. It's not. He's already called it a day.
Sure it is.
God damn, Daniel.
I
Lighten
want my
up, brother.
football, whether we win or lose. I still want a football to watch.
Hey, listen, we got college coming up.
That's it.
So
4 weeks from Saturday. 4 weeks from Saturday.
we got
Get to
college
see
football
you up at
coming up.
Cummins.
Yeah, I like college football, but I know the first couple weeks is kind of lame, but you know, it is what it is. I don't think there's any big games early on, or at least the first week.
I bet they saying that old Mark Holmes was eating euros from a gas station.
Oh man.
Dude, he was at one point. I
He
remember.
did. I remember that.
I remember him and his wife got euros, and they were talking about how great it was, up until the point that it started hitting their digestive system. It was kind of like the one chip challenge, dude. I got that chip down. Here's a little, I got the chip down, right? And it was hot, but it was okay. It was when it got into my intestinal tract, like literally after the live stream I was outside on my deck out back, rolling around on a what do you call it? One of those medicine ball, those big blow up balls.
Yeah, those exercise balls.
Yeah,
Medicine balls.
Because, dude, I thought I was dying. I could not.
You reminded
move.
me of that character off the Pink Panther when the man that got always get mad at the Pink Panther,
I
his
could
face
get
turned
that.
real red.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, I like the heat. I don't have a problem eating spicy. That was okay, and it was hot, and I got it down. But it was after I was trying to process it. My body started shutting down. I was cramping uncontrollably. I'm like, what the? Here you go. Here's a little.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This
That's
was
what
about
happened
an
to me,
hour
too.
Shout out
before
to
me
Ray.
like collapsing.
You dry
outside.
heaving?
And I remember telling Phil.
Ooh, take
I
them
remember
out,
telling
man.
Phil,
Take them
like,
out.
my wife told Phil that man,
Take
Ryan,
it.
It's not good to go to come back on the live stream. Now, I mean, I ended up being okay after like a few hours.
Ice cream,
but
dude. Ice cream. It feels like your
I
total
had ice
insides are
cream. You know what
burning.
that did to me? I'm not trying to be disgusting, but I pounded a
Just made it
lot of
worse.
milk and a lot of ice cream. What do you think happened? It gave me a little loose.
I
Okay,
loosen
I got
things
you.
away,
Open
huh?
up the can. Open up the dam.
So not only was I hurting, my stomach was not good. So it was.
Your face
dude,
was
it really
red.
got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my face was, it
What was you
hot.
doing in that bag?
It was dry heaving. Nothing really came out, but it was. I thought
That's the
just in
word.
case it was my Eagles trash can I have down here. It was a
Oh,
gray
cool.
trash can with an Eagle logo. Yeah, just part of the gag. So
I'm never doing that chip thing again. That burnt the hell out of my eyes. Holy crap.
yeah, here you go. Here's my Eagles. My Eagles.
Oh.
It was just a trash can that I got an Eagle sticker and put it on. So I thought that was funny. So But yeah, so my stomach can't handle that shit. I don't know what was on it, but it was nasty. Didn't it hurt coming out? Not that much, Devil Dog. It did, nothing more than you. Not to get too graphic. It wasn't great, but yeah, like it wasn't that bad. It was just when it got into my small intestines and it was working through between my stomach and it coming out. Let's put it that way.
It was hilarious when Mark Holmes was eating the chips because his face would get red and he was.
Yeah, well, Mark was telling me, "Drink milk, drink milk, drink milk." I'm like, dude, Brian, would you do the chip challenge again? No, I do have this though. I do have this that I'm not allowed to do. My wife already said I'm not allowed to do it.
Little nitro.
I bought the little nitro.
Oh hell no!
So maybe I can send it to somebody to do it on camera.
If
Maybe
Dallas wins a Super Bowl, you can do it on. We'll do it on the stream.
I can't do it, man. I'm scared. I can't do it.
And you're gonna unleash Mystic.
Oil.
Oh no, I'm good. I don't do good with
my
hot,
wife's
spicy
just
stuff.
yelling at me from the other room. Like my wife's working on a damn headset, and she said, "No, you're not doing it." She knew what kind of pain I was in. Sorry, it's just. Yeah, I was going to the hospital. She was saying if I didn't get better, and I did get better, but it took a long time. So if somebody would like to, maybe we can get Primetime Phil. I don't know that the chip is worse. YouTube, Jay Capelot. I don't know. I don't know if it's worse.
That would be good for Wade, don't you think?
Wade.
Yeah, he'd be drinking.
Maybe I'll bring
all
it to
night
Vegas.
after that one.
This Golden Corral.
Maybe I'll bring it to Vegas and we'll trick Wade or Rob or somebody to do it. Maybe we'll get Eagles
trick
Drew
my
to do
ass.
it.
Don't trick me.
No, we're not tricking it, but maybe we'll get Eagles Drew to do it. That'll ruin his week. I love spicy hot. I'll go.
You'll be broadcasting from the toilet.
No, dude, that took me out.
Arturo, I feel you, man. I eat a lot of hot sauce because
I love hot sauce.
Us, but man, we got everything you can think of, from peppers, you name it. But man, when it comes to that, I mean, I've had hot habaneros and stuff, but that damn chip, dude.
Well,
dude, that shit killed me.
I had the chip, and like I said, I got it down fine. That's usually the hard part, believe it or not. But to me, once it got down, I was okay. It was hot, but I was okay. It was when it was going through. But this is supposedly hotter than the chip. This is supposedly way more Scovilles than the chip. So.
Yeah, I had last night something hot. It was the BW3's habanero.
My son wants me to eat it and drop dead on camera.
Mango.
Yeah, thanks.
And my head was sweating. It was like bullets coming out of my head. I was like, nah.
I remember years back, I had some homemade hot sauce from Louisiana.
What's up, Jay Smooth?
Oh my God! Afterwards, you can call me by my Indian name, Screaming Asshole.
Yeah.
Did you look like the Washington Redskin mascot?
Oh yes, I did. I was.
Your face was red.
I was going no.
Drew, come on, man. You got no stones, Drew. Hell nah. I don't do anything spicy. It ain't my life. I love spicy. I actually do, but I don't like that. I don't like it overwhelmingly. Like, that's ridiculous. Come on.
Yeah, no, I'm like you, Game Time. I like hot. Like I'll make hot green chili with some pork and some Hatch with some dynamite chili because that's what I buy by the Hatch.
And that's spicy.
Heck yeah, Rob.
And that's hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll make some beans and chili and some rice and stuff. I mean, and that's good for me. But those chips or those gummies, no, I stay away from all that.
Hey,
That's
Game Time. I heard Dallas signed James Houston to play with the Browns. Yeah, we talked about it, Jay Smooth. I think it's a camp body. That's the one area of our team I'm not concerned with. So why they would bring him in, like Rob said, why wouldn't they bring in a couple more D tackles? And maybe this is the one issue I really have with my team. It doesn't seem like they're really bringing in any heavy competition for Mozzie. So, that's a clear and present danger. So it is what it is. Game Time, Brian Obsessor. Oh, here we go.
We need a Gilbert Brown.
Here we go.
We just need a big
Send me
guy that takes up 4 spots.
Yes. Or like a Vita
DM
Vea,
me.
man. Vita Vea is just a wall. That dude is so good.
Smooth. He had 8 sacks
I like
in
him. He's good.
7 games, 1 year with Oscar. We'll see. Here we go, everybody. Here we go. It's probably a dude. It's probably a 300-pound dude. Thank you for. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, let's talk about some NFL. Vikings, Christian Darrisaw, Will Fries, Rondell Moore, all cleared to start training camp. So, again, let's talk a little bit about that. I mean, it's not the Eagles, it's not the Cowboys, but until there's something to talk about. Rob, we'll start with you. There's a lot of lofty expectations for the Vikings, but is everybody forgetting that they got J.J. McCarthy? What's your thought on J.J. McCarthy? Because I was wrong on the Vikings last year, but I don't know.
It all kind of goes back to a wait and see for me. I want to see what JJ really has. I know Jefferson's going to do good as far as I think he'll get his. He reminds me a lot of McLaurin, where it kind of doesn't matter who's throwing him the ball, he'll get his. But right. I don't think the Vikings are going to make the playoffs. I think it's going to be the Lions and the Packers will come out of the North, possibly 3 teams out of the East. But I just don't see the Vikings making the playoffs.
I agree.
I agree with you too.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could analyze their schedule. I mean, because I guess we can. Let me just pull that up, just because, we've talked about everybody else at nauseam. Let's look at the Vikings schedule with J.J. McCarthy. Again, maybe that's one of. Hey, what's up, Drew? Maybe that's one of the. The teams that made it last year that won't make it this year. Maybe that's. Just let's look at the game. Remember, they're going with J.J. McCarthy. He's not technically a rookie, but did he play in any games?
He didn't preseason.
Yeah, he didn't play at all. He's technically a rookie.
Okay, so let's just analyze this. It's nice to not have to fight.
Jaden Daniels.
Well, week 1, they are at the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. I mean, that's
I think they're going to lose that game.
I mean,
they may lose that.
I mean,
Bears are a tough team, though, too.
I mean, I just think that's the SC J.J. McCarthy. Okay, so let's say 0-1, home against Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons is a team where I don't know what to think, man, because they have a lot of talent.
Good. I think they're going to be good this year.
But they got Michael Penix, so
I think
Drake London's good. Robinson, Bijan's good.
Yeah, they got some.
They got the tight end that everybody's trying to have him trade. But okay, so you win that one, not right. You could lose that.
Atlanta's going to win that one.
Yeah, so now you're 0-2, and now you're home against Cincinnati, who always starts off slow, but it's still Cincinnati. So you're telling me J.J. McCarthy is going to outplay Joe Burrow? Possibly, maybe. I don't know, but.
I do like Minnesota's defense. They have a good defense.
Yeah,
I think their defense is going to be good, and they can run the football. So,
real quick, now that we got Drew on, I was trying not to have him screw it up. Yet Mark screwed it up. He made Game Time Brian Fantasy Football League champion. Eagles Drew, and Pigskin Pick'em Primetime Phil. So he has to redo them.
Come on, Mark, get it together, buddy.
I'm like, Mark, I'm only paying for the 2. I'm not paying for all 4. I said, I don't want them. Don't mail them to me. Just burn them. Anyway, so
just send them down and make.
Let's just quickly. So we have them. What? So you guys think they beat the Bengals? I mean, it's not a given. So we'll give them. Okay, they're 1-2. They're going to win one of these last 2 games, right? So I think that's fair. At the Steelers, Sunday Night Football. You think J.J. McCarthy is going to go in and win?
No.
I like this.
At the Browns.
TJ Watt will cause havoc on that.
At Cleveland.
The Browns. You could probably win the Browns.
Yeah, they can beat.
That's
it depends. It's all just hearsay, but
That's in Germany. This game here at Cleveland Browns, so it won't be in Cleveland. It'll be in Germany or whatever. Tottenham Hot Stadium, whatever that is. If that's England or Germany,
that's England.
Yeah,
that's England. Yeah.
So okay. So then they're 2-3 after 5. They got a bye week. That should tell you right there. They got a bye week. Now they're home against the Eagles. Saturday. Are they winning that one?
No.
So okay, 2-6 at the Chargers. At the Chargers on Thursday Night Football.
2-7.
See, so you guys get the theme here. At Detroit Lions.
L.
Home against the Baltimore Ravens.
L.
I see Sam Howell coming in that game and finishing it up. TJ might or JJ might be.
You know what I'm saying?
or
That's
hurt.
why when everybody talks about without really looking and opening their eyes, the Chicago Bears, okay, maybe they split with Chicago. Maybe they win that one, okay? That's 3 wins. At Green Bay at the end of November.
That's probably an L.
Okay.
That's a loss.
At Seattle.
Maybe.
I think they could beat them.
They could. Again, it's possible, but it sure as hell ain't going to be easy going to the 12th man. So
That's true.
it'll be interesting. Okay, week 14, home against Momo's team. Okay, maybe they can win. We're all hoping that they'll be able to win that one.
Yeah. Please win that
At
one.
Dallas, okay. We'll see. You would think Dallas on Sunday
you
Night
guys will
Football.
beat them.
You would think, right? Week 16 at the Giants. Okay, we don't know who's going to be quarterbacking at that point. I think that's an opportunity to win. Yeah, I'm not going to say they will win, but okay. So what's that? 3 wins, 4 wins. Week 17 against the Lions. Maybe the Lions will be resting everybody. I don't know.
They'll beat the Lions. I think they'll split with the Lions.
So maybe
how late that game is.
And then home against Green Bay, the last game. So I don't see that many wins for Minnesota people.
Yeah, it
I see
depends on
Green
what
Bay
Green Bay.
going for it.
So,
Yeah, if Green Bay is trying to like get the wild card or something, they may play their starters in that game.
Yeah, so
Yeah, exactly.
this is why like when we on the surface, I like the defense. Okay, you got JJ McCarthy, and it's going to be a rough season. Sorry,
Vegas is giving them a little bit more respect than we are because their over under is 8.5 wins.
Well,
I
think
would
we go put
I would
money.
take the under.
Yeah, I think
They
we
did
might
the
do
same-
that.
I
They
see
did the
about
same thing
6
last
or
year.
7.
Look what happened.
I would take the under too.
Yeah, I'd put $1,000 on the under on that one.
I think they're an up and coming team. Next year or two.
Nobody. I'm not here to hammer them, but I said with the Giants schedule, especially, I'm going to transition to that since Jesse's here.
Murderers Row.
Hold up, I'm texting somebody.
Yeah, Jesse, they screwed you guys, bro.
Well, it's
But-
all right. Like I said, I've been saying
this
before,
isn't-
we need the bar.
This isn't a year. I think this is an important year for the Giants because, again, I don't know that they would have planned it out this way where they brought in multiple different quarterbacks. I think in a perfect world, you have either Jameis or Russell, not both of them. Why do you need both? But they didn't know that they were going to end up with Jason Dart, a.k.a.
That's true.
Jackson Dart. So,
Jeremy Dart.
yeah, whoever, the Jason Bourne, whoever the hell it is. But,
Mr. Dart.
so I don't know. I guess Russell will get to start. That'll be interesting to see. But I'm more interested of them getting into the season, and then hopefully Jackson Dart can get in. My actual opinion, Jesse, is you will actually have success because eventually, because I think this coach is going to get fired at some point. I don't know that this coach lasts the whole year, or if he does, I think he's let go after the year. I think the next coach.
For real. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm just thinking that's how it's going to go. I think like a good season for the Giants is 7-8 wins. Now, like the cat's out of the bag. Pizzle will be joining us tomorrow night, so make sure we hit him with that. I mean, I know I will. So, but I told him to bring it. So I said it's gonna be you and 3 other channel members. So I didn't promote it with him on it. So maybe I'll change it. So I did mystery guest, but I guess for his sake, maybe I should promote it more. But it'll be fun to have him on. I'm curious to see, but he's not backing down. I guess Drew would appreciate he's going all in, and that's just how he rolls.
Yeah, he is.
Drew's got
blaming
this. I was hoping that you were going to throw Mark Holmes in there against Drew too.
Now, well, I could eventually. Eventually, I wouldn't do that tomorrow.
We got to see that.
I won't do that tomorrow. We'll let Mark. Mark's not feeling the best, and he's beat up right now. So we'll give him a little.
Damn, you see him put that damn shed side up by himself?
Dude, he's a hard worker, man. You can say whatever you want about him.
I saw that. I was
worked
like,
with him in
Well,
Dallas.
my dream
I
match
was
would
backing
be
him.
Ultra and Pizzle. That's what I want to see.
I asked
Ultra.
Ultra.
Ultra and Pizzle, that'd be a good matchup right
I
there.
Hey, game
asked
time.
Ultra.
Who's your guy from Washington? He wears those red shaded glasses.
You talking about Louis T?
Louis T.
Oh yeah.
I want him in there. Him and Drew and
Louis
Pizzle
T is
and
good.
Holmes.
He's just
I like Louis T.
yeah. He
Louis
I have to
T's
reach
good.
out to him. He's very busy. So, but he definitely would do it. Breaking news here.
Did you see Jamal Adams went to the Raiders?
Terry McLaurin reportedly doesn't report to Commanders camp. Good for him. That's what I think.
Smart.
No, I didn't see that, Loyal.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I just seen something.
What's that?
Jamal Adams went to the Raiders.
Yeah, he's done. He's been
Hey,
done.
Chris May, that's another state that doesn't have taxes either, bro.
Yeah, those states are going
Picking
to
up
slowly go
picking up
away.
paychecks. Picking up paychecks.
I know Florida is. I know people that have moved to Florida that are disappointed. It's just getting like certain areas are getting way overcrowded. So good luck. Unless you're loaded and you can go down to where Phil lives, down near on the Gulf side. Don't bring in Mark Holmes with him. LOL, says Jay Smooth. Why not, Jay? Just got done all the receipt videos from all the Eagle doubters from what they said at the beginning of last season. Pure comedy. Linda, hey, those are always the good years where you can go back. I always said, Dallas were to ever win, it would really be cool to go back and look at the, But just remember, guys like Stephen A. Smith do it for views. So by the time that would ever happen, they would turn around and be on board or, hop. That's just how it is. They ain't going to eat crow. And if it does, it's all a game. It's not real. I don't even see Micah at camp. He's there. He's there. He definitely is there. So,
He's
again.
in between the tarp things like how Harbaugh was earlier. You guys saw that.
Would I pick up Gilmore?
Again, Gilmore is just a stopgap. But if you're telling me now that Ravel is not ready and Diggs is not ready, you're going to have to bring in a stopgap. And that is what it is. Jay Smooth, I would be interested, but you won't see him for a month, and then they're going to look and see what they have. They got Kalen Carson coming back from a shoulder surgery.
That's a lot to put on the rookie, though. That's
But
a lot
I mean,
to put on.
that's why that Kyrie Elam is going to play a bigger part than a lot of people thought. That signing could be money if he is what they hope. We'll see where Diggs is at. I think Diggs will be ready. I don't know what form of Diggs we're going to see. Only time will tell. Bland is already ready. He's already been practicing. He's been practicing on the outside. He's practicing in the slot. So we'll see on that.
They got to keep Bland in the slot, bro.
He's got most of his picks. Again, I don't know that because of need, I don't know that that's going to happen. They may be forced to put him outside.
Reels of getting smoked.
Yeah, he gets cooked a lot on the outside.
But he also is
he's a gambler. He's Samuel. He's a Samuel.
Yep.
He'll
Jerry
get
Smooth,
his
hey, game
picks,
time.
but
Mark Holmes and
he'll
Pizzle
gamble
can't
on
get along with each other. Jay Smooth, they're fine now. Mark Holmes he takes everything, not everything. Sometimes he takes things personal when it comes to Pizzle. There was something that went on that nobody knows about, that there was a misunderstanding regarding a third party that was doxing me as well, making videos about where I live, throwing.
Actually, Mark made a video about that. So that's more out there than I don't know if unless a lot of people have seen it. Yeah,
about
he made
what?
a video about Cobb Pizzle and being doxxed and all that stuff. He went off on him.
It had nothing to do with Pizzle, but Pizzle didn't handle it necessarily the best at the time, in my opinion. But that's over. We brought him on last year all together. They made up on my show. So I was talking to Philly 500 as well. So we will definitely do a show before the season. It's tough to get all these guys on. They're so busy, but I don't want to just have one on. I brought on Pizzle because I talked to him a lot, and I'm like, yeah, why don't you come on my channel member show? Where it'd be kind of fun. So that's why I wanted more vocal guys on this week. Just don't be nicey nice all of a sudden. I can see it now. Drew's gonna be like, "Hey, Pizzle, I think you're gonna be good." No, don't do that. No, no.
More like
all you even-
Pizzle. Hey, Pizzle already put out my notice. He said he's coming. He's bringing it.
I
hard.
told
Yeah,
you.
I saw the video, bro.
Well, that's why I'm
saw
like,
it
I
too.
might as well not hide it now.
He's
already
mad. He's
talking.
mad because he feels like you, Game Time, and Mark, and everybody else gets more likes than he does. So he's pissed.
He don't
said
do
he's been
anything.
doing it for a long time.
He doesn't do anything. No, he wasn't mad at us. He's mad at
hilarious.
he's mad at his giant content creators. He ain't mad at us. Yeah, I mean he's cool. I like him. Again, I like what he does.
I think he's hilarious, especially when he has.
I think he's hilarious.
Thanks, Jimbo. I appreciate it.
When he was
He
doing
just
the
reminds me
videos,
of one of those intense old school wrestlers where he gives his little
absolutely.
promos and he's like,
Baby dog blow that whistle.
Everybody gets too carried away. Like my wife, when
when
she
he was
first
doing
saw
it-
him, she was like, "Oh my God, he's screaming and he's cursing."
Yeah,
I'm like,
My wife was like, he's crazy.
yeah, I'm like, it's part of a,
It's risk. Yeah. It's an
I mean,
act.
yeah, it's part of his
Joe
thing.
Pesci.
I mean, just like when Mark,
I'll show you a freaking hairstyle.
yeah,
When Pizzle was doing the videos where he was playing like he was Michael Anthony Fitness, had me in tears. Had me
Mark
crying, bro.
got real mad at that.
Man, he had me in tears when he
And
was
it-
playing Mike.
it's-
It was
it's
when he was
hysterical.
hype. It was hilarious, bro.
He
It was
did a
hilarious.
video on me, like fucking cracking on me when I was over in the corner when I was just getting started, and I don't know what I did, but he said, "In this Game Time, bro, I had like a cheesy sign behind me that said like on air or something, and he ripped me a new one, and I texted him. So going back like 3 years, this has been going on. But
My favorite.
yeah, he's funny. He really is.
My favorite quote is when he called guys the booger eaters.
oh yeah, he always that's his favorite word.
Booger
That's
eaters
his
is
favorite word
hilarious,
right there.
bro.
He-
Dude.
yeah,
This
you
is-
know.
he's
He
hilarious.
is. I mean, he's funny, but you got to like that sense of humor. I do, and some people get
Right,
offended
second.
by it. I don't know. I don't know. I
You
don't
gotta
know.
have thick skin, bro.
You do, you do. You just got to hope that you're not the target on any given night because I'm just gonna let him go. I'm gonna
Yeah,
wind
it's
him
funny
up.
because his kids, when he gets mad, when he has a meltdown, his kids loving it. They're laughing their ass off after.
Yeah. My wife still doesn't like Mark Holmes' voice, although games. Oh, so she approves of me, Clemente. Thanks, brother. I don't know if that's good or bad. I hope that's good. Rio would be good. Dirty Sanchez, Rio. I've live streamed with Rio at Mark's house. I like him. He's a nice dude. So that's a possibility.
It's funny when he be having meltdowns. He be always putting his team down. He be
Yeah.
bashing them.
Rio's
At least he's honest about it.
Rio's
Yeah,
like
Rio
me.
has
He's
some
really
classic
nice to
meltdowns.
everybody until shit starts going bad. Then he starts getting nasty, and I'm a lot like that. So it's all good.
He
Our
has some
back
classic
end
meltdowns.
is suspect.
I want to see some Momo meltdowns. That's what I
Like
want.
you guys don't want me
give
doing
it time,
a freaking
Lord. Give it
live.
time.
But let me just ask you
Not during a
guys.
game.
I don't like talking about people that aren't here. I love Momo, but
Yeah, I do
man,
too. I'm just saying.
like the
Love Momo.
interesting. No, but I'm saying the interesting take though. I mean, my God, how many interesting takes can one man have? And I say interesting in not a complimentary way. I mean, Drew, I wouldn't appreciate it if you don't know what you were talking about. You need to know about your team. You just can't come out. You just can't come out and say training camp sucks, but then not be able to bring
No
up.
substance to it. Right.
I mean,
But he
you
has
need
a
to-
question though.
No
has
facts
a
to back
question.
up his nonsense.
That's why I like. I mean, but I love him because he's comedy gold. I love
Right,
Momo.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
He's
yeah.
an entertainer.
that can only go so long, Momo. And just a little word to the wise if you're watching, buddy. When you start a channel, it's harder. It's very hard. It's going to be very hard when you do a video. And I've done it. It took me forever. When
I
you,
did a test and it was hard.
but
just-
but I'm talking about you put all this work in and you get 30 views. It'll grow, but you got to go through that. That's part of going through
Yeah,
that.
that's part of the process.
And if you,
But
I
sometimes
just gotta get my confidence up to be able to, because every time I look at myself, I'm overcritical of myself.
look
And I
at
want
me,
it to
I'm a
be like the
goofball. I
perfect
don't really
view,
care
so.
anymore.
Yeah,
I mean,
get
I
you,
used to, but I don't listen, man. I think people want to see average people. If they want
It's
to
a
see,
lot of work. It really is a lot of work. I'm
Yeah, I'm
had
scratching the
so
surface here, so I don't.
yeah, I hear you.
That's why I go
The only
down
thing
the chat verbally because
Yeah.
Phil won't show me how to do the thing where I can click on it and do that. He won't even. It's hard. You need to actually. It's not as easy as people think, and I'm afraid
When
to
we
mess
come to
with it.
Vegas, I might bring my laptop so you can show me how to do some things
Well,
on
that's
there.
Phil.
Yeah.
I'll be at the bar. You guys can do it, but yeah.
Sometimes when Momo talks, I'm asking myself, like, Momo, do you even like football?
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, do
Because
you
he
even
be
like
like,
football?
it's like
Like,
whatever you
what?
say, he says
What?
the opposite.
The
Yeah,
Grinch
Yeah,
of
like,
everything.
yeah. Well, my thing is this.
Like, bro.
My thing is this. It's not so much the actual football. It's the start of a new year. It's our guys are out there practicing. We're in Dallas's case, I don't know. And let's talk about that. Dallas's case, we have a lot of areas that guys need playing time. They need it to see what we have. Now, like from a standpoint of the Eagles, what are you guys looking at as far as training camp? What are you trying to figure out? That's what I want to know because it is a new year, guys. I understand you're at the top, but it's not good enough to maintain. You need to, because you have different bodies and different positions. What are you looking at? What's up, Xavier?
Improved
Rob.
technique. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think
sorry.
I want to see Ty Robinson get a lot of
Yeah.
reps in. I
Yeah,
want to see
sure.
Ringo get some reps in. I want to see Makuba get some reps in. I want Jalen Hunt to get into a flow. I want my younger guys that we need to step up to.
That's why it's good, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's that's what I want to see. I
meaning
want to see
Momo.
Makuba back there. Yeah.
Right.
Momo's
Yeah,
just silly.
It
He
ain't
is
about the
full time.
games. The games are shit. We
Yeah.
look, we
I
understand
just
that.
They just need some reps.
No,
They
you're
just
right.
need to
Yeah.
get going.
It's the-
I just want to see my injured players that were injured last year, see how they doing.
Yeah.
All right,
I
just
would-
mute
I would
yourself when
say
you're done, Jesse.
For me, I would say it's like I agree with Rob, but I want to see our young players because we have a very young team. I want to see them build on what has been established. You know what I mean? Continue to build on the
That's
culture.
what I mean.
continue to
You
build
guys
on,
need to build.
you
It's
know,
it's not as
yeah,
much to
there's-
stay
because-
stagnant. You can't.
Yeah, there's you can't put your laurels on.
We lost it. So I'll pick up where Drew. All right, there you go. Go ahead. We lost you for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Somebody's trying to call me. I'm saying that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just want to see them build on, Howie and Jeffrey have laid a foundation for the Eagles. You know what I mean? And I just want to see the younger players just continue to build on that. They have build on because they've taken a lot of these guys who are going into their second year. They've learned a lot from from Big Play Slay. They've learned a lot from Brandon Graham, who's still a voice in the locker room. Even Kelsey. These guys they're gleaning from these guys, learning from this experience.
But they need to
So I'm
take
excited
that
to see that.
and then be themselves.
Yeah, they have to take that now and they have to
Yeah.
run with it. Where I think a lot of guys, with Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, just to name a few. Now these guys are the veteran leaders. You know what I mean? These are the voices now. Same thing with Nolan Smith. These are the voices now that we have to build on. That we, Jalen Carter's. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, what I'm getting at is it's not like there's nothing you guys need to do. There's actual on field. Okay, you are now stepping in, and there's expectations, and you need to, to continue, and maybe even make it better. That's the idea. And in Dallas's case, they're not at that point. They're in what do we have with our young guys? We love, Jay Toia, we love Jaden Blue, we love Tyler Booker, but what are they? Where are they going to be at the beginning of the season? So there's a lot. That's why I'm saying, that's why you need training camp. Like if you're the Commanders, I would say that, I think there's a lot of optimism with the New York Giants. I think there's a lot of optimism with the Eagles. Dallas Cowboys have a lot of optimism. Yeah, there's a lot of question marks, but there's optimism even despite the Micah Parsons thing. When you look at Washington, there's optimism, but they have all this money under the cap, and they're not signing their long-standing wide receiver. I don't understand it. Why would you bring in Debo if you're not, and I know it'll work out. Just surprising because they were hitting everything early. What's up, Lord Vaughn? They were hitting everything early last year.
Yeah. Game time. Let me just say this. I don't know, maybe all of you guys do, but like we know preseason football is crap, right? But it's very important because when I'm watching preseason football, I'm not even watching the game.
No. Anybody who looks at wins, losses, are fools.
Yeah, I'm watching position. So I'll be watching the Vanilla Gorilla. I'll be watching who's playing right guard. I'll be watching Kelly Ringo if he's out there. I'm watching positions. Like there's a safety battle between, Makuba and yeah. So I'm going to be watching that. That's what I'm watching in preseason. I don't even care about the game. I'm looking at position. So Momo, like you got to get with it, bro.
Yeah, that's
preseason.
Yeah, Drew, I agree with you. I'm that same way. I'm observant that same way, and I do that same thing. I like to study about what's going on the field at each position, even if it's on YouTube and you can review it back and keep doing it.
I do the same.
It gives you a good clue on.
Exactly. 22. I watch a lot of 22.
And everybody's got to just make sure that they. I've seen far too often where a player doesn't necessarily look great in a game. Let's say like a corner, or whatever. Let's say he's not looking great, but you have to then project that player and just use his tape and just look at the play because if you go into a regular season with that player, well, now you have Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. You have all your Nolan Smith. You have guys that are going to, like complement that player as opposed to a lot of times in the preseason, the guy's not going to necessarily ball out because he's playing with guys who aren't going to be on like a roster. So you got to know that like a young corner is not going to be able to cover for 5 seconds. I don't care who you were. So if you're not getting like pressure, just keep that in mind. Oh, he got cooked. Okay, but you got to then project, well, he's going to be playing with arguably the best defensive line in the game. So that's why, it'll be interesting.
I just mean body of work is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, a lot of times people
like right now it's training camp. The
like
stuff we do get to see. You'll look at that, then you translate it to preseason, and then later on into season, and then you kind of get a clue for what you got.
Don't listen to him, Lord Vaughn. You do what you want. Jay Smooth, the funniest thing ever, Momo said that Debo looks good on the field. Momo need a pair of glasses, LOL. Debo always been a thorn in our side, so when I talk about Debo, it's with like one eye open because I am a little afraid of him. He's that beast with the ball in his hand. I don't care what he looks like. But you would think he would want to put his best foot forward. I expect him to get himself together.
He looks like a rump roast.
Again, he's a tough.
What are his color scheme sometimes?
He's a tough physical ball player. I wouldn't mind him on my team, even in the second trimester.
Like the Steelers, they look like
I'll swap him for Turpin.
Really
How's that? But Lord Vaughn, you shouldn't listen, bro. You like your birds. Everybody's a different. Everybody can fan any way they want. Nobody's gonna tell me how to feel. I mean, you can feel how you want. That's how we roll. Vinny,
give me a smoke here, dude.
But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up in about 8 minutes, so we'll do a nice even 2 hours live stream. Anything else you guys want to talk about before? And I'll reach out to you, Drew. To give you some ideas. Just make sure you have some serious things for the Giants, the Redskins, and the Cowboys. So just let's come up with some different stuff.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure the integrity of at least the first hour is,
it may not be open to everybody. I'll be honest. Now that I normally like to keep it just for the channel members. There's going to be shows where I bring in Philly and Mark or whoever.
Right.
But
I know
I thought it'd be cool to slide. He opened up. I was going to surprise everybody, but he's the one that said it.
Yeah,
so,
he let the cat out the bag.
So I'm going to text him later. Say, you let it out the bag, so I'm just going to promote it. I'll change the thumbnail.
Right.
But yeah, it'll be interesting because.
And the reason why I was asking Game Time, because YouTube, we are the new media. You know what I'm saying?
Unfortunately.
And I just want to make, I just want to make sure that. No, I just want to make sure that whenever it's being done, when people go back or listen to it live, it's going to get heated, but still, I want to make sure we bring some type of content to
Yeah,
it.
we
You know what I
have
mean?
to. We can't just say Dallas sucks and Eagles suck
Yeah,
and
yeah.
move on because that's not.
Yeah, we got to bring some type of football knowledge. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
what that'll do is tune out my Dallas fans, and I'll tune out your
I
Eagle
agree.
fans, and then we're all back at square one, just talking to each other. We
Bring
could
some
talk to each
substance
other
with
anytime on a Zoom
facts to
call.
back it up.
Yeah, I know
so
Pizzle's gonna come with it though.
Hey,
I'm ready. We
he's
gotta
actually
suplex
very
him.
nice, believe it or not. I've
Oh
actually
yeah,
every time I have him
yeah.
on, he's too nice. I need some spark out of the man, and you know he's coming after me. I know that, so I need to settle in early and
He just goes into
hates the
character,
Eagles.
you know, when
He
he
hates
gets on
the
the
Eagles, man. So listen, I got my Teflon vest, bro. We've been abandoning their existence for the last few years.
Don't remind me.
I'm sorry about that.
So,
Hey, Jesse,
just real quick.
Hey, Jesse, let me say this real quick. Jesse,
Yeah.
if you guys didn't have the hellacious schedule that you guys have, bro, I would give you guys a fighting chance. Because I really honestly like what the Giants have done. But bro, they screwed you with that schedule,
I
man.
know
Your
that.
schedule is brutal. If you guys had like if you had the 49er schedule, man, you guys might compete for like the division, bro. That's real.
But it's okay, Drew. Like I said before, and I'll say it again. We got it. This is a bar we have to push. We're not going to the Super Bowl. We'll probably make the playoffs, maybe.
We only
So
push.
we're gonna see what we can do.
We only push things. Don't do that. We are the only pushers.
It's a
That
new
defense
season.
we got, we're gonna push it.
This division's going to be off the hook. I have that feeling. I don't know why.
It's a very
Except for
tough
Momo.
schedule. So again,
And that's why.
we're gonna see right out the gate. Yeah, and it may be one of these things where I know you don't want to admit it, but it may be one of these things where everybody starts out shaky, and we don't really know until like 6 weeks now.
Possible.
You don't know. I mean, either way, is if nobody gets out on anybody by more than 2 games, then that's to me that's what's going to make it fun. But we'll see. You know, there's
I
a
just
lot.
love the fact that we're a running team because I think
That
it
helps.
helps.
That helps. You can take that on the road.
Exactly. I mean, to me, I think the first couple of weeks, if you're pass dependent, it's going to be a couple weeks before you get into a rhythm. But if you're a good running team,
Von Miller's in Washington, Jason.
you can jump out early.
Yeah.
Arturo
I'm just
says
glad my team's
Debo.
relevant.
Arturo says Debo was pregnant because you is that powerful. His semen travels in mysterious ways. Arturo.
Oh, you guys heard about
YouTube guidelines. I got to read it. Sorry,
Time
I
out.
shouldn't have read that, but no. That's
You
all right.
guys know about the guy from Cincinnati. He didn't go to training camp.
Who's that?
What's his name?
Oh, the
The rookie or
Yeah.
Hutchinson?
No, what's his
What's up, Tim
name?
Panel? How are
Defensive guy.
Well, which one? Because they're both defensive ends.
Yeah.
I know the one that's still on the contract.
Sorry, Hendrickson.
Yeah, Hendrickson. Yeah, he didn't show up. He did not go.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't show
Yeah,
up.
well, he's in
Mikey
Florida.
shouldn't
Yeah.
show up either, but he's being a good team player. So
You think I went to the Sunshine?
here's the deal, and we can wrap up soon. But Mike not showing up is I did do a video this morning, so if you hadn't seen it, go check it out. But I think he's only helping the fans and his teammates. He's not helping himself by showing up. I really don't think so, because you're only risking injury. But I don't know what he's going to do, Drew. I don't really know if he's going to really. That's the thing. Football is a type of sport you can't go halfway. So you either go or you do not go. If you go halfway, that's when you get hurt. So
I personally think there's a wink deal. I really do.
No way.
But
No.
he knows he's getting paid. He just got to jump through the
It's not a
hoops.
wink deal because you wouldn't. Don't step on that field if you don't have a contract.
I agree.
Let's make this
Some
wink
happens too,
deal
that-
some ink deal. Let's ink this deal. I don't give a shit about wink.
You know what
deals.
I would do?
Give me paid if you.
You know
want
what
me
I
out
would do?
there.
I would go to the public. Say, okay, I've been nice. I tried to meet with Jerry early. I'm not just any other player. You know, I'm just saying, if I'm Micah, I'm saying this. I'm not any other player, Jerry. I'm not just any other guy. Okay. If you value me, you're going to pay me now so I can be with my teammates. If not, I'll see you maybe at the start of the year. Maybe. I'm not going to lose. So you know what? I'll show up. You can find me. I'll show up for game 1. And then you don't claim me. That's up to you. You know, and then because I'm going to get my money, whether it's this year or next year.
Or trade me.
Yeah. So
or trade me.
Which is
And
why
Now,
I brought up.
that was Sin Waves.
Which is why I brought up before going to the draft last year in Detroit, not this past year, but the year prior. I said, trade Dak if you're not going to sign him. And what did they do? They waited till the
Right.
day before to sign him. He
The
showed
day
up.
of the day
Yeah.
of the game.
The day
I
of.
just don't.
When he got off the
Hours
plane, he got
before
a
the game.
contract.
Yep, exactly.
But you know, at game time, this is what I like. I was thinking about this, and I'm not trying to crap on anybody, but a lot of what Jerry said, I don't have an issue with him what he said, but it's like, why are you saying this in the public, right? Because there's not many owners that hold pressers for the preseason opener. And then I was thinking, like, who is CeeDee Lamb's quarterback at Oklahoma?
Kyler Murray.
No, it was Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
Well, for 1
Right?
year. Right?
Yeah, for a year, right? So I'm sure they're boys, right? I'm sure that they talk.
Yeah, they all talk.
Can you
Drew. That's
imagine? Can you imagine CeeDee Lamb talking
Darius
with Jalen?
Slay and what's his name are best of
Exactly,
friends.
and saying like, man, how is it over there in Philly, man? Hey, man, we get paid early, blah blah blah. And then he's like, well, how is it over there? Well, man, I have to deal with Jerry and his foolishness, and Mike is not paid. Like, that stuff sets a precedent. Not only it sets a precedent with the players.
It
Now, Tyler
does.
Smith is sitting there looking like,
It does,
what
but
the hell?
but if they get
Pay me
paid,
now.
I understand what you're saying, but I think it
Right.
bothers other people more than it bothers them. Once they get paid, all is well. I mean, it's a business on both sides. I do like what Steven said. If you don't think we didn't try to address some of these earlier, I believe him. I mean, like, Steven doesn't come off like he lies. I believe that he is already starting negotiations. But what does the only time Dallas does a deal early is if a player is willing to take less, like a Devontae Smith. You could say what you want, but he took less to not be involved in this type of situation. Trayvon Diggs did it, and Dallas got burned by it. You can't foresee injury. So, from the player's aspect, they want to wait and get paid. Mike is now close enough to where he wants it. He's going to have to wait a month, okay, or maybe 2. He's going to get it before the season. Don't ask me why. It makes no sense. It don't, but that's how Dallas does business. I don't believe that's the reason why they lose, though. I think the reason why they're losing is because they don't do the pro personnel to get over the top. They don't add when they should add. It all goes into one big pot. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get ready to do dinner. It's been a good live stream. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for tomorrow night. It should be fun. It's 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock West Coast. So 6 o'clock, Drew. Make sure you're ready. I'll bring everybody in early.
So 6 o'clock tomorrow?
Your time. Yeah, 6 o'clock your time.
I'll be ready.
Hit those likes, guys.
I will.
Share it too, man. Share it, guys.
Yeah. Tomorrow night's gonna be good. So make sure we like and
I'll bring the popcorn.
make sure you have your notifications on. I don't know. We'll see how it goes if I allow everybody in just because we have a guest. So, but anyway, let me go before all hell. Oh no, who's this coming in my door? Is it my son? It's one of my kids. All right, everybody. Yeah, anyway, we'll see you tomorrow night. I'll talk to everybody. Thank you.
Later, guys.
Have a good one. As soon as I find the outro. Late.